Cybersecurity is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome, Friday Night Football here live.
Lock it in on you.
Cashion Wildcat Football 2022 tonight, live from Hinton, Oklahoma at Sewer Field. Is that right?
Sewer. I'm not sure. We should have asked.
Sewer. We should have asked. We should have asked the guy. But Sewer Field. I'm Neiman and Bobby. Chris Gibson bringing you guys tonight's action as the Wildcats 3-5 taking on the Hinton Comets 5-3 in District A3 play. It's a huge road game for both teams with significant playoff implications, but we do appreciate you guys joining us here as part of the greatest, most powerful high school broadcasting team in the state. Again, I appreciate you guys.
We had a few hiccups getting this thing going today,
couple.
But hey, we're on. We're ready.
So, Chris, welcome. It's a two-man crew. Drew's not with us. He'll be doing pay dirt tonight, but Chris, welcome to the this is actually a nice little setup here on the visitor side, minus poor internet activity, but that's the way it goes here in rural Oklahoma. But welcome.
We may have 80 guys in here with us tonight, so
we might. Yeah, you hear a word or two.
I'll be hearing the coaches tell the game
plan.
It's
not us. It's not us.
It's Lane Broadbent if it's anybody.
Yeah, we'll blame lessons with Lane on the curse words or whatever. No, Lane never curses, but no, we appreciate you guys joining us. Wildcats here again, live from Hinton on a Friday night. It's kind of odd for us, but we're back to be live on a Friday night, and
I like it. Thursday night games are okay here and there, but I love a Friday night and just getting out here and playing now. We're getting later into fall, and it's starting to feel like football, and it's I'm excited. This is a big game tonight.
Huge game, huge implications, huge historical implications for Coach Shack and this Wildcat team here since taking on 11-man football. But let's break down the Wildcats last week losers to 4A Woodward. Give credit to the Boomers as they came to town. They fell black in the first half, came back, had a furious comeback in the second, took the lead. Wildcats came back, but fell short in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, and Wildcats do fall in 3-5 on the season. Chance Acord, 16 for 21 for almost 300 yards, 2 TDs. You would think that was enough for a win, but the Wildcats had a couple of turnovers and some busts here and there. Cooper Frazee, the leading ball carrier, 10 carries, 25 yards. And Max Brown, the senior leading receiver, just had a phenomenal year. 9 receptions, 176 yards, and a touchdown. Wildcats do fall to 1-2 in district and fall in a situation tied with Hinton here, 1-2, going into this very, very important game. Chris, just a little bit of breakdown, your thoughts from the game last week before we start to focus here on Hinton.
We came out kind of firing on all cylinders last week.
We did.
And then just couldn't pull it together. Second, third quarter, fourth quarter came out. We started moving the ball, kind of started figuring some things out. But they did too, right? They kind of figured out we could run the ball, burn some clock, and that's what they did. We actually got them in a position to where we had them on a 4th and long. They floated up a pass and just miracle catch. I think we've kind of talked about that play on the way here. It was just like, how did that even happen? They catch it, and it kind of sealed the ball game. So, that game right there just has kind of been how the season's gone, right? We haven't played a 4-quarter game I don't think all season. Maybe the Watonga game.
Well, no, that day was in fourth quarter because that game was over at halftime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And so if we can ever put together a full 4 quarters of crisp football and, not making huge mistakes and not just coming out flat, this team could be really good.
Yep.
And we talked about it on the way here is, we're 1-2 in district, and it could easily be – that Minko game was probably one of the worst games we've played, and the players will tell you too, that was not us. And then the CHA game, we all know what happened there.
Yep.
So you take those 2 games and you play them again, it could be a different outcome. But on the other side of the ball, we'll kind of talk about that too. They could be in that same situation.
Yeah, in terms of hitting. Yeah.
But last week, it's one of those games where, you come out firing, doing great, come out at halftime a little bit off, and then just let that one slip away, let it slip through your fingers, a game that you probably should have won.
Yeah. Wildcats this year, again, we talked about it's been a strange year starting off against 2A state champion, state title potential contenders in terms of Rejoice Christian and Pawhuska fall down to 0-2. Had a good chance to actually were very competitive in the Pawhuska game. Last possession in that game. Come back, beat Thomas handily. Come back home to beat Watonga. Things are looking good. Then and then the Minko, or actually came back to Minko.
We had a bye week. Minko was just
flat. Just a tough game, and come back, beat Watonga, and then
Western Heights.
Western Heights
was before.
Yeah, that's right. Western Heights at 4A.
A get-right game, and we got right. Just Watonga.
Just a weird season. You had 2A, 4A, 4A. Wildcats again. No excuses though. In essence. So, but tonight's a night to maybe right some of those wrongs from the earlier of the season. You said it. It's we talk about football always being a game of inches. We don't say it. Everybody says football is a game of inches, and one play here and there doesn't necessarily win or lose a game, but it can make a big difference in how what the outcome goes. So sometimes whether it's in the beginning, the middle, or the end of the game. Let's break down the Hinton Comets, led by head coach Grant Potter, 5-3 on the season. Again, tied for fourth place in the district here, 8-3 with the Wildcats.
Battling it out really for third and fourth place.
Yep.
Between about 3 teams right now.
So, again, the Comets 5-3. Their 3 losses coming to Hennessy and 2A. They lost to Christian Heritage, in which we talked about was basically defeat in the hands of that was in the hands of victory for them. They did everything but win the game in that at the end of the game. And then they did lose to Crescent in a 2-point game, which they were very same situation.
Yeah, I was just kind of breaking those games down with them on the way here, and I was saying Hinton is 2 plays away from being the 3-0 in the district and having a stranglehold on maybe having the district championship. Against CHA, they had CHA and Crescent. They had the lead with the ball with under 2 minutes in both of those games and wound up losing. I mean, in a fashion that you're like, how did that even happen?
Right.
They're thinking the same thing, and that's what their coaches are probably telling them is, guys, we're in a position where we have to win out pretty much, but we're a really good team because the 2 teams that are at the top right now, we had them. We had them beat, and we just let it slip away. They're saying the same thing. We got to have 4 quarters out of you guys to make the playoffs, and tonight is a playoff game for Cashion and Hinton. If you lose this game, either team, you're out. You're not in the playoffs. So this is going to be a playoff atmosphere. I heard the Hinton comments over there hooping and hollering and fired up, and they know it. They know it's a playoff game, and the Cashion Wildcats better be ready because if you're not, they're fired up. It's senior night here in Hinton, and they will hit you in the mouth. And they're big enough boys that they can do that and be physical. And if they can get on you and they start getting some confidence, it'll be hard to beat them. I'm not saying the Cashion Wildcats can't do it because I have all the faith that they can come out here. We've got great coaching. We've got great players that are going to give you every bit of heart that they've got. And I think the Cashion Wildcats could come away victorious. But you're going to have to put together a 4-quarter game and be able to match their intensity.
I'm glad that's how and that's exactly it. I mean, again, it's senior night tonight, a lot of emotion. And the thing we've also talked about all season, it's the Cashion Redemption Tour for a lot of these teams, right? Minko was a blackout night. It was blackout for homecoming. They were pumped for that game, right? And the same goes for CHA. It was a big game for them. Welcome back to Class A as a private school that moved back down from 2A. and had 65 kids on that roster. I mean, they were ready to go and take it to the Cashion Wildcats. And here again, we've got a situation with Hinton. You know, they lost out to the Wildcats last year. They're on a good run this year, and they have some payback to give to the Wildcats. If we take a look at the comments themselves in terms of players to watch, you know, Chris, I know we don't have the graphic here based on some of our technical issues. You know, we know that you all appreciate our production value here, but from a standpoint of players to watch on the Hinton side, again, several seniors. Who do you have out there to take a look at for our folks at home?
I had, you say several seniors. I mean, you look across there, look how many seniors they have. I mean, there was 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, as I was going through watching film on Hinton, I had a list of about 5 guys that you could watch, you know, that they're all, you know, contributed. And whenever I put together mine, I had number 21 junior. He's Trevor Rodman. He's 6 foot, 160 pounds, running back, a defensive back. Neiman was like, man, I thought you'd go with this guy. But I'm like, well, in the Crescent game, this guy had interception, big touchdown, I think 2 touchdowns. So Trevor Rodman, he's going to be a guy that's going to be out there. He's going to run the ball. You're going to see him. They're going to throw the ball to him. He's going to be a kid that's going to be a defensive back that's going to be probably matching up maybe with our best receivers, either Max or probably Seth one.
Yep.
And he does a good job on the defensive side of just keeping people in front and really going up and battling for the ball. The other player I have to watch is number 1. He's a senior, Levi Taylor. He's 5'10", 165 pounds, and he's their quarterback. The kid is just a tough kid, right? He can run it if he has to. He can throw it down the field, and he does a good job of hitting his receivers and in stride where they can run the ball. Sorry, we got like the smell of propane gas fired up here, so we're trying to figure out what that is. But yeah, I'll finish out exactly. You know, talking about those players to watch. The quarterback, he's going to be a good kid. That's going to be one to watch. He's athletic. And he's got multiple receivers. He's got number 22, Clifton Craighead. That's the kid that Nemo thought that I would, pick out to watch too. And he's one that will get after you out there on the edge, and he can catch the ball and go for big yards. They have some huge linemen.
They do.
Massive linemen. And if you could say who do you want to watch, I picked out those 2 skill kids. But who you're going to really notice is the front line and the size that they have. I think Maddox said, I heard the coach say that they have like 860 pounds worth of linemen.
I believe. Well, right now we look at Alexis Valdespino, the senior, 6'4", 270. Thomas Strother, 6'4", 255 senior. Guys in the 220, Tegan White, sophomore, 5'9", 225. So, yeah, it's certainly up there and definitely something to look out for. They're going to stand out for you for sure. I guess, Chris, let's go to a quick timeout. They've kind of ended some of their, senior night type stuff. We'll go to a quick time. Be right back. CWTV.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashion High School. Go Wildcats!
Legacy Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on Main Street in Cashion, Oklahoma, supporting our Wildcats while writing business throughout Oklahoma and surrounding states. Legacy agents who share over 40 years of experience will shop many carriers to fulfill all of your insurance and investment needs. We welcome face-to-face meetings, but if your needs require an online virtual relationship, we are versed at those too. Let the team of Chris Gibson, Chris Cochran, Aaron Phoenix, and Christina Branson at Legacy Insurance and Financial Services help you build build your own legacy, one you will be proud to live and to leave.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcat television production of Cashion Wildcat Football 2022, live from Jim Sawyer Field in Hinton, Oklahoma. It's Neiman Abavi, Chris Gibson bringing you tonight's action as the Cashion Wildcats taking on the Hinton Comets in District A3 action. Wildcats got to win this one tonight. We appreciate you guys joining us here as we kind of conclude the pregame. We've got about, looks like, do we have a scoreboard anywhere? Is there a scoreboard? It's hidden by the inflatable. But I think we've got about 12 minutes here probably prior to kickoff. The band is on the field, most likely about to do the national anthem. But we appreciate you guys joining us here on Squirtle.tv, CashionWildcats.tv here live from Hinton. We broke down a few players to watch on the Hinton side. For the Wildcats here, as we think about the legacy keys of the game, and we just saw a legacy insurance commercial there with Chris and Chris. So for the legacy financial services and insurance keys of the game, Chris, what do you have here for the Wildcats to move to 4-5 on the season?
Yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, the keys I have are quick decisions, right? You want to see Chance get the ball in his hand, know where he's going to be delivering it, and then deliver it with authority, right? You want to see him be confident, get that ball in his hand, and throw it down the field. We talked about it on the drive over here. His best throws have been those 10, 15-yard throws down the field, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the offense really get in a position to, the quarterback or the coach tell him, hey, when everybody looks over to the side, the coach says, here's the play. He knows where he's supposed to be going. He has one read, and then he pulls the trigger. So those quick decisions are going to be important tonight with the size and the speed that they've got coming off that front. Then I have no turnovers. I think I watched the Crescent Hinton game I watched the HintonComets.tv, and I listened to their commentator, and he was saying that they were averaging almost a turnover a quarter. There for those first 5 or 6 games, and so they will go get the ball and they will knock it out. I mean, they're a hard-nosed team that likes to try to create those turnovers on defense. So you're going to have to secure the ball tonight because they're going to be trying to get to it. Then on defense, my keys were just to stop the run. Sorry, they're doing a little prayer here. We'll be quiet just a second.
We pray for all the players that are taking the field tonight, for their safety and health. We pray for a game filled with good sportsmanship, and we give you all the glory. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And our microphone on our camera is not working, so it's going to be hard for you guys to hear the national anthem, but we will switch it over to watch them raise the flag up.
Majors Joisha Humphrey and Sean Shire, and drum captain Sadie Snyder.
All right. God bless America. We love this great nation of ours, greatest country in the entire universe. And appreciate you guys joining us here live from Sawyer Field in Hinton, Oklahoma. Neiman and Chris here bringing us. So, Chris, we kind of broke down the offense, which was quick plays, quick decisions, and no turnovers. On the defensive side, what's the legacy keys to the game for the Wildcats?
Defensive side of the ball, we're going to have to stop the run. They've got some big boys up front, and if I'm Hinton, I'm saying, I watched the film against the Woodward game against Cashion, and Woodward, once they figured out they could kind of run the ball, use some of their size, that's what they did and controlled the clock. So I think that's what Hinton's going to try to do is run the ball, control the clock, and so Cashion's really going to have to sell out, I think, to stop the run, which brings me to my second key is DBs, defensive backs, man up, right?
Man up.
You got to man up because you're going to be out on the island tonight because we're going to have to bring some kids in to stop that run. And you're going to have to make plays out there by yourself, knock balls down. Don't let those receivers, get huge yardage. And if you can do that, and you can let some of those extra guys get in the box there, I think we'll be able to stop the run and really have a good defensive scheme to stop them and not let them score as much. And really, altogether, between the offensive keys and the defensive keys there, I think that's all stuff that's in our wheelhouse that we can do.
Right.
And I think it's going to be it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere game, and this will be a test to kind of see how the rest of the season plays out because, we only have one game after this, and then it's playoff time, baby. So tonight is very important, and it is a playoff game in my book.
I totally agree with that, and I think the way you started off was that we're still waiting for Cashion to put together their perfect game, and this is the best scenario.
Let's do it tonight.
For the Wildcats to do that. We appreciate you guys joining us. It's going to be a very intimate setting up here in the press box as our man Lessons with Lane.
Hey, Lane, they said E-Rob and J-Rob are going to be up here too. So
we're going to have some of the coordinators up here as well, so it'll be almost like a homecoming at Barnsdall of some sorts where –
Minus the mud.
Minus the mud. That's right. Speaking of mud, it's a great football night, about 50 degrees, slight breeze. They do have the Missouri Faroe Field effect out here as the Bermuda is literally a foot tall. You can lose your foot or a shoe in the grass out here today. It is dry, I guess, in a sense. But
if you look at the official that you can see there on the screen. Oh, yeah, let's switch it over here. And look at Kai and Seth's feet. You can't even see their shoes. That's how thick this grass is. So it is definitely thick, high-cut grass that I guess they're wanting to slow the game down. I'm not sure, but I talked to Kel before the game. He's like, well, at least it's dry. At least it's not muddy. So silver lining, I like it.
I have never understood the concept of high grass because it affects both teams. Like if you're really slow, it's going to make you even slower. I've never understood that, but you said it, run game, I guess. But nonetheless, maybe they're saving gas on mowing. Who knows? But it is a good field. I will let you know. I mean, it's got a nice little bowl here, and it's a great night. So again, kudos to the fine folks here at Hinton. Give us a little spot here to hang out. We appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. So as the Wildcats head out on their gold helmets, white tops, maroon pants, the Hinton senior class comes out. The Comets, red helmets, red tops, white pants. Chris, prediction time. What do we have here for tonight for the Wildcats?
This game, like I said, it's such a huge game. It's a playoff game. I think tonight the Cashion Wildcats, I'm pretty sure they've had a really good week of practice. I think it all comes together tonight. I think our offense starts to click.
I like it.
And we start to move the ball a little bit. Defensively, I think we're going to they're going to be able to move the ball up and down the field a little bit, honestly, with the run game. I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with this. I think the Cashion Wildcats come out tonight a winner, 27-17.
I was going to go in the 10-point victory for the Wildcats. I'll take it. That means the Wildcats will move to 2-2 in district and a step closer to the playoffs. I'll take a 2-0 victory. We're going to hug it out up here. The coach is making fun of us up here. And that's the one thing that we need a little bit more of this season is some laughter and some fun.
That's right.
Hopefully the Wildcats, besides the ones on the field, but maybe here up here in this very, very intimate box, yes, we'll enjoy. We should have brought some candles. Could have brought a little steak and lobster, made a little Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper for Lane. No, appreciate you. Lane, we ought to just give you a headset. You're right next to us. We'll get you set up at halftime.
Looks like we did win the toss, and we went back to our old ways of
it's about time.
Bringing the ball. Let's get
it going. So Wildcats will win the toss. They'll elect to receive. We'll be moving from right to left on your screen, which means east to west. Sun is not an issue here as we're in the deep of fall. And it will be kickoff here any second now as the Wildcats head down the tunnel. So we got our prediction. We got our keys to the game. For me, I'm looking for 4 quarters of good football for the Wildcats and, hopefully picking up that victory. We appreciate you guys joining us. We appreciate all of our fantastic sponsors. We can't do it without you all. You'll see them in the bottom right corner on the logo. They take care of us, making this free of charge here on the Squirtle platform. And I definitely love all of our football sponsors, including Bingo City. We love all of our folks there at, I guess we'll have the run out here of the football team. But, again, between the Squirtle sponsors and our football sponsors, appreciate it. And, Chris, what do we always say about our officials?
Yeah, the officials are a very important part of this game. I mean, without them, you cannot get out here and compete. You have to have somebody that is putting the rules in place, setting the rules in place, and enforcing them. And so, just having them out here, they don't do this for the money. They do it because they love the sport. They love giving their time, and we appreciate them coming out. And if you think you can do any better, I always say, sign up. Call them up. They'll give you a whistle. They'll give you a striped shirt. Get out here and participate and be able to help these kids have a spotlight and a place to play, and we appreciate all those officials.
We do. It is Homer Television here in the Cashion Wildcats, and you can call me a grumpy old grumper since I'm 50 years old now, but we do appreciate it, and we don't always have to agree with it, but we do appreciate the fact that they're out here and, situations for the Cashion Wildcats. It's time to kind of turn that good luck charm, turn that horseshoe around, do something. Maybe we'll get some good things happening for us, and it's gotten even more comfortable here in the in the box. But, again, we appreciate you guys joining us. Minutes away or seconds away from kickoff. Wildcats, again, looking to move to 4-5 on the season. Gold helmets, white tops. Coach Cochran getting a special team. That's right, 4-5. We'll get it there.
I think we got 9 people up here. This is awesome.
Nine
Love
people.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We've got 9 people, 17 cameras, 47 headsets, and 1,222 iPads, but we're going to make it happen. And this is all running off of one plug, so we'll see what happens. Kicking off for the Comets, number 77, big old boy, Ryle Lyle. That's his name, Ryle Lyle. Lyle, actually, 5'9", 200 offensive lineman, senior. For the Wildcats, most likely this season, it's been Max Brown and Seth Gilbert, and that's who's going to be trotting out there. Cam Maroney, take notice, number 61. Looks like he'll be on the line again for the second game. We did have an injury with Sealing at center. Looks like he's suited up. Not sure if he'll play. He's got a wrap around his leg there. So something definitely to watch. Wildcats, again, limited already based on numbers, taking a couple hits on injuries this year. I'll see what they can do. Bend, don't break. So, again, senior night here live from Sewer Field, Hinton, Oklahoma. Kickoff any second here.
Let's go. I mean, this is a playoff game. I mean, you got to get fired up and let's set the tone early.
High snap or high kick. Camden Maroney's going to catch that one at the 25. He can run. Bowls him over, moves forward, says, hello, Mr. 5, and Camden Maroney will move the ball right around the 37 where the Wildcats will take over. First down and 10.
Yeah, Camden got the ball, just ran straight ahead. We're going to have good field position. Number 5, Jake Wright came up and made the tackle. He's going to be one on their defensive side of the ball that you're going to hear a lot. He's one of their linebackers, and he makes a lot of their tackles. So just starting it off right there. Good job by Cam putting us in a good position to get good field position and start this game off right.
Wildcats came out with 3 receivers, 2 up top, ace down below is Max Brown. Actually, it's 2x2. I apologize. It's going to be Cooper Frazee, the junior, next to Chance Acord at quarterback. Wildcats 1st and 10.
There it is.
The slot, little screen seam play. Max Brown, catch and run. That'll be a first down. Wildcats going fast. We'll keep it here.
That's that quick decision that I was talking about, and that's right there. He looked over at Shaq. Shaq gave him the play. He knew exactly who was going to be open. He made one read, delivered a strike to Max.
Wildcats now 1st and 10 now in Hinton Comet territory at the 45. Same 2x2 look. 2 safety look here for defense. In motion is Gilbert. He'll go up. Toss to Frazee. He's got a lane to the outside. That's a healthy pickup. Almost another first down. Nice run there. Cooper Frazee, the junior.
Yeah, great job right there. Got him out there moving. Kind of a pitch out there to him. And just get outside, get away from those big boys in the middle, and get on the edge quick, and that's what happened right there. Good job by Cooper grabbing it and getting up the field for a good, healthy game of about almost
10. Yeah, it's a little stretch of the chain there. Checking in is number 24, Timmy Jones. A little H-back here filling in for Camden Maroney. Keeper the outside, nowhere to go. Good effort there by the Hinton defensive line. Give credit to number 50, big old boy.
Yep.
And that's Alexis Vadaspino, 6'4", 270, coming in with the tackle.
Yeah, and that time it was just a quarterback draw kind of keeper. And before he could get any momentum going forward, Big Boy was through the line and had him wrapped up in the backfield. 11
personnel as Max Higdon comes in at tight end. Gets the offsides call. Oh, my gosh.
He
okay.
was all the way across the line.
Definitely was across. So Wildcats do not get the offside call, and so they'll reset here. Play clock down to 10. Acord in shotgun. Frazee to the left of him.
What I want to see is just a 5-yard stop. Get him out there, find somebody open, and just get the first
down. There's
down.
that hitch. Brown, he was looking to run before he caught it. Thankfully, he was able to pull that in, and that'll be enough for the first down on the game. Give credit to tackle number 10, Braden Strong, as well as number 11, Jack Brookshire. And that'll be our Cashion Wildcat first down right around the, looks like the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and they're going to give Max a lot of respect and back off. If they do that, you got to take advantage and get those 5 yards when they give them to you like that.
All right, 1st and 10, Acord in shotgun. Wildcats going trips up top. Again, Max Brown here on the field side, on the close side here of the hash. Back to pass, Acord, swing pass to Frazee. A little too much mustard on that one.
And we want to make sure that was not, that was forward. So the way he threw that was bubbled. If it's thrown backwards and it goes out of bounds, that would have been back where the ball went out of bounds. But it wasn't. It was forward, so it'll still be 2nd and 10. Right here, big down. They're pretty much just putting 2 safeties out there. They're only bringing they only have 6 guys in the box, and they think they can stop the run with those 6, and they're just going to drop a lot of people back in coverage.
Acord with the pump. He's going to look back to his right. He's got a room to run. Cross the field. Caught. Max Higdon, the tight end, will make the reception, but there will be a flag on the play. I don't know if it'll be a legal man downfield or a holding, and we do have a fumble.
They're going to call that a fumble. He got hit. He went down. I kind of had the ball out, and whenever they finished him off, the ball came out. It looked like he was down, but they're going to call it a fumble, and there was a penalty. I'm betting a hold from where he was rolling out there to the right, but with the fumble, they're going to.
Well, it looks like Max Brown has the ball. I don't know if he took it after the fact. We have some fighting going on as Levi Taylor, the senior quarterback, is chomping at the bit to yell at somebody. Let's see what happens here. They're having it, and we talked about this, partner. It's always good when the officials talk. Look, they're going to go over, and they're going to make the signal here. So let's see what happens. So they're going to say it is Hinton ball on the fumble by Max Higdon. Holding will be declined. It'll be 1st and 10.
What I don't understand is Max had the ball after the play was over, so I'm not sure what happened there. And the official's not even going to come over and acknowledge Coach Shackelford to tell him what happened on the play.
So it looks like the ball will be at the 11-yard line here for the Hinton Comets. It'll be 1st and 10 as that drive, which started at the 37, worked its way all the way to the 10 with the fumble by Higdon. Great catch, great work by Acord working to his right. Wildcats 1st and 10, full house backfield, or I guess a lineman here, jumbo package, handoff inside, nowhere to go.
Nice.
Cashion defense coming in swarming. Cooper Frazee, Jackson Vandriff, Preston Cooper.
Yeah, and that right there is Cashion Wildcats just swarming to the football, and there was multiple kids in on that tackle, and they were pushing them back, and that's what you're going to have to stop that run is everybody coming flying to the football and really selling out. Like I said, stop that run.
So that brings up 2nd down and 8, gain of 2 there. To the right of Levi Taylor's number 5, Jake Wright, 5'10", 190 running back. They're going to keep it there as Taylor comes up, and he's hit immediately at the line and swarmed. I absolutely love the gang tackling here, and we'll have a penalty. Hopefully that's not a face mask.
They're going to say we came in there with a head down, I'm guessing, because it was right there as somebody.
Well, it's a running back. He's a running back. This is so 2 quick flags here, a turnover for the Wildcats. Let's see what the call is here.
And they're pointing towards Cashion.
Yeah, they're going to say face mask.
And if you're Cashion, if you're a player right here, that's 2 huge calls that go against you. You got to keep your head, just keep flying to the football
Yep.
like you're doing these last two plays. Keep flying to the football. Forget the calls. Whatever happens there happens. What you can control is keep flying to the football and keep punishing them trying to run the ball.
Yeah, line judge says the tackler from behind wrapped around and grabbed his face mask. It's an effort play. We can probably live with that one. So with the mark-off, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 26 now. Again, running clock here, 8:47. Wildcats still on D. 4-man front here for the Wildcats. Jumbo package look here with a cowboy back and a running back. Back to passes. Taylor's going deep.
Go up.
And that'll be into the hands
Good
of the
job.
intended receiver, number 22, Clifton Craighead, 6 foot 175, wide receiver junior. Good ball, good coverage there. And again, the Hinton receivers had a chance at that one.
I told you we were going to have to man up on our defensive backs are going to have to man up tonight.
Yep.
And that was Kai Gilbert out there on an island, and he was running step for step, great coverage. The quarterback put it on him out there, but with the coverage, he wasn't able to bring it in.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. Clock stops 8:34 here, first quarter. First possession here for the Hinton Comets. In the backfield is number 5, Jake Wright, and a little mini pistol. He'll get the handoff right side. He's met at the line, nowhere to go. Still on his feet, but it'll be a short gain. Wildcats swarming. I love this intensity. Jake Branson, Tommy Branson on the tackle.
Down here it is, 3rd down with 3rd and about 6. You know, the boys are going to have to step up right here. You get a stop right here on this deep on Hinton's side of the field. They're going to punt the ball. So this is a big play right here on this drive, and to get the Cashion Wildcats back on the offensive side of the football.
I agree. So the Comets will go out with 3 wide receivers. Number 10, Braden Strong up top. Twins down below, number 21. We talked about him, Trevor Rodman, as well as number 22. We've seen him, Craighead. Rodman in motion, jet sweep. Taylor looking for someone to run. He's going to go across the middle, intended. And good no call by the back judge. I absolutely love that. The intended receiver was number 22, Craighead. That will fall incomplete, 4th down.
Yeah, and you saw right there, I mean, the defensive back did make contact there, but it was so high it was uncatchable. It was not going to be a ball that was even going to be close to being caught, so he kept the flag in his pocket. If he would have thrown it, I could have seen where that would have been. I would not have grabbed it. I mean, I would not have complained about it, but he kept it in his pocket. We got one right there.
We did.
Well,
we got a 50-50 call.
Yeah, 50-50 call.
Out to punt.
Usually happen.
Good kick there. Gilbert will call fair catch. He'll get that right around the 35.
No, you.
That's going to be a penalty if he ran, and we got to be better than that.
Yep.
You did. You signaled to fair catch, Gilbert.
Yeah, he signaled it, and then I'm not sure.
So Gilbert did call for fair catch. We saw it. You cannot run after you've called for fair catch. So what would have been
maybe he thought he was just putting his hand up to catch it. I don't know, but I did see the signal. So
I mean, we all saw it, whether what he intended or not. So what would have been 1st and 10 at the 35 now, another costly mistake will move the ball back for the Wildcats.
What is that, 10?
Yeah, I believe it's 10. That should move it back to the 25. Let's see what happens here. I don't know if we're going to have a call or not, but we do know the signal. But, hey, give credit to the Wildcats getting the punt, forcing the punt there. And, you know, I saw Levi Taylor, the great quarterback for the senior he was upset. And he's already been emotional, on that.
Nima said he's out there fighting. He wasn't fighting with one of us. He was fighting with his own team.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on out there between the Hinton Comets. But, yeah, he is definitely emotional. And that right there isn't going to help any being able that we stopped him. They did.
They wave it.
They did wave the flag off, so I'm not sure if he.
Maybe there was a whistle. Maybe they blew the whistle, and then that makes the play dead.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, we'll take it 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 35.
Max is wide open. There's not anybody within about 50 yards of Max.
And they're going to find him. They find him in the seam. He'll hit the 50-yard line, still on his feet, still moving. Gilbert helping him, moving him forward, still going. It'll be 1st down Wildcats to the 40-yard line. Give credit to Kai Gilbert with that little toot-toot train rope.
That right there is the intensity you need. You need that fight. He had a wide-open receiver. Chance had a wide-open receiver. He finds him, and then Max just fights and fights. You have Gilbert jump in there and say, we're going to get another 5. Yep. Max said, get on my back. Let's go for a ride. Let's go.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 47-21. First quarter Wildcats on their second possession here. In motion is Seth Gilbert. Snap, pitch out to Frazee, getting that snap-back pitch. Frazee the outside, showing a little speed. Gets it down. It'll take about a nice little 6-7 yard gain. So nice little run there on first down.
About 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and I think what they're going to call is hold on somebody that went out to that second level, and they're going to back this up, but it should be from the spot of the foul, so it will still be about 1st and 10 because it was about 10 yards down. It was a hold 10 yards down the field. So.
All right, so it'll be 1st down and 10. So with that, I guess free play in essence. So good work there by Frazee, getting a nice solid yard. It is negated. Let's see if the Wildcats go back to that. Trips left here for Acord. Higdon on the stand-up now, and no offside there. Almost gets it another one. Pretty close. That lines judge is going to hear it from the crowd, but so Coach Shack will get the call in for Acord in shotgun, back to pass. He's got the slant. Gilbert with the catch, and it's a Wildcat 1st down.
Yeah, they are playing so far off. They kind of pick and choose which receiver they're going to play far off on, and all the Chance is doing is saying who they're playing off on, and then he's hitting them. And good job so far. And this is the kind of offense that I was telling you about, where you have them lined up, coaches up here in the box can see who's open, who's not, and then Shaq makes the call according to that. And then Chance just has to make that quick decision and find that open receiver, and that's exactly what's happening so far in this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the 25, 6:22 first quarter. Back to pass is Acord looking to his left. Screen going out to Frazee. He cuts back in. He's going to move forward. Nice little run there. Tough run by Frazee. Number 5 on the tackle. That's Jake Wright, the 5'10", 190 junior. Slings him forward for a couple more, and it's 2nd and 6.
Now that time he just had Max Brown singled out. He releases down the field, kind of opens that side up, and get the ball out there to Cooper for a good 5-yard gain to start the drive.
5:51 running clock here. Timmy Jones in at the Cowboy back. Wildcats double tight in with Higdon as well. Hand off to Frazee. He's going to look for a small, and he's got one. 5-10, touchdown! Cashion Wildcats on the board. Strike first.
To be honest, I was in the corner. Y'all put baby in the corner. I could not see what happened there. I am going to get try to get the replay.
Well, it was a great blog on the edge. A nice hole. Frazee hit that hole and just had nowhere as he got to the end zone. It's a fantastic setup for the Wildcats. They went back to it and get the 21-yard toss for the touchdown. Out to kick is number 6, Christensen, Brian Nabavi on the hold. Wildcats will try to add one as we get the extra point. And it is a good Wildcats 7, Comet 0. Let's see that instant replay.
I don't have the instant replay pulled up, so I'm going to have to do some work to get that.
Web browser at the bottom.
There it is.
Cashion Wildcats TV. Hit OK. We'll go ahead and put that logo on later. But you'll have an opportunity as that browser comes down. Let's turn down the volume for it as well. And we'll get it pulled up here in a sec. Bandwidth is an issue out here. But the Wildcats, again, great start. They go 3 minutes, 65 yards. Actually, 2 minutes, 65 yards. Looks like Wildcats with 117 yards to 7 to Hinton. Let's see if that stays. And what a day having my man, the stat man, Lane Broadbent next to me. This is wonderful. We're like an actual broadcast here tonight. But again, the Wildcats doing work here the last couple minutes.
This is it, the replay here. We may have to wait until after this. But you see here, they're up on Max. This may be the bubble screen.
No, this is it.
Yeah. No, this is the one before. I'll find it in a minute. We'll get it on here and let you see. We'll see this kickoff first. Either way, great job by the – so, we had the turnover, had the face mask penalty, and I said you got to just put that behind you, right? Keep playing hard with intensity, and everything will take care of itself, and that's exactly what they did.
Craighead with the return. Comes back off left side. Guess who? Jackson Vandruff. The guy, he basically is just like the Pacific Ocean, covers the entire field. Gets the tackle there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hinton Comets at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by the kickoff team. Just get down there, get them out to 30, and now defense, get back out there, play with the intensity you did on that first drive. And I'm telling you, you keep playing with that intensity, you keep flying to the football and hitting people like you did in that first drive, the rest is going to take care of itself. And, we talked about coaching. Defensive scheme is a big part of your success, and right now the Cashion Wildcats have had success on it. Right here, you're going to see a big run.
So Trevor Rodman on the big run coming down. He'll get across. Nice job there by the blocking. Looks like we have a stop here. I don't know what's going on, if there's a flag or no, but Trevor Rodman does get it into Cashion territory. Looks like we've got a hand up. I'm not sure if we've got an injury or we'll move the sticks here. I don't know.
There is a flag on the field down at the ball, way back where the
I think they're going to call probably sideline
warning.
Yeah, that's the first time the opposing team against Cashion has gotten a sideline warning before us.
The official did bring a flag in.
He did. All right, so 1st and 10, big run there by Rodman to the 45, 5:22 here. Taylor back to pass, looking to his right. He's going to go ahead and keep it. Coming up, and Branson with the initial hit. Great job by and there's a late hit. Goodness gracious, as Cooper Frazee takes a lick from number 70, Emilio Gonzalez, after the play. No call, but great job for Branson setting up in the pocket, coming up and getting that hit on Levi Taylor, who kept that ball.
Yeah, he just pulled it down, kind of a rollout there to see if he could find anybody. When he didn't see anybody, all he did there, I'm sure he was coached to pull it down and get what you can get. That time Branson met him right there at the line of scrimmage and was able to drop him for no gain.
Yeah, linebackers tonight, we've got Timmy Jones, hey mama, or Grammy and Papa in Michigan. We've got Cam Roney in jet sweep is 21, Rodman back to pass. Taylor out to the flats, nothing there. The intended receiver, Graydon Deviney, had his tight end or H-back, and that arrow set goes over his head. Incompletion, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that time that was a good play there by the Hinton Comets drawn up. Snuck that running back or little tight end or sniffer back, whatever you call him, out to the flat area. That's going to be something that you're going to have to watch out for later on in this game because they're going to try that again.
All right, so big down here, 3rd and 10. I got to believe 4-down territory, 4:34 on the clock, first quarter. Empty set here for Taylor. Let's see if he keeps it. He will. He's going to come up. He's got nowhere to go. Preston Cotter is initial there. Give him credit for dragging Cotter a few yards. That'll be 4th down and definitely go for it territory for the Hinton Comets here on senior night.
Yeah, Cotter come around that edge, got him wrapped up in the backfield before he really even got to the line of scrimmage. Preston just didn't have a good angle or a way to get him wrapped up, and Taylor just kept those feet driving, was able to get 6 yards on that carry.
All right, big down here for the Wildcat defense. 4th and 4 minutes on the clock, first quarter from the 45, actually from the 39. Rodman to the right of Taylor. Wildcat showing blitz, and they're going to have movement here.
It's going to be offsides on the offense there.
So a little false start, sure is, and that'll be a big 5-yard penalty, the first penalty on the Comets tonight. It was a big one.
Yeah, no doubt, because that's going to move you back to 4th and 10, and it looks like they are going to bring in the punt team, even though they are on their side or the Cashion side of the football. I've watched, the Crescent game, and I think the Minko game I watched last week. They've got a really kid can punt the ball well.
It was a nice punt,
and they were he's pinned teams deep down the 5-yard line. So just look out for that.
So the punt is away, and it's a Butte spiral high. It's going to hit right around the 10. It's going to have a Cashion bounce. And it's going to fall dead right around the 11-yard line where the Wildcats will be taking over with their 3rd possession.
And it looks like the rain is coming down. They're starting to come down, and let's see if that affects the Cashion offense throwing the football. I don't think it will. I think you keep the ball dry enough, and you can keep throwing the ball unless it really starts coming down. But right now it's just going to be a sprinkle and be okay. I think Nima had to go check. I think one of our something got unplugged or had to get some stuff. Do we need something over the camera out there?
I don't know. We're going to see if we can help Mark out here in a second. Wildcats 1st and 10. I'll get him a sweatshirt. 1st and 10. Back to pass is Acord. He's going to look to his right. He's got Brown in the seam, cutting the outside. Still on his feet, thrown forward. Max Brown, first down.
That time, we've had Max on this near side the whole game. Snuck him over on that other side. They were off of him again. And again, Chance Acord just finds that open receiver and delivers a strike. You had a defensive back for Hinton fall down. Just Max couldn't make a move after he caught the ball to get loose and get that touchdown, but still a huge gain on 1st down for the Cashion Wildcats.
Frazee in motion, look at a wheel. It's going to go deep. He had him. Acord still on his feet. He's got room.
Yep.
He's going to get out of bounds. That'll be a 1st down. Acord making motion.
Yeah, good job right there. I mean, that was a well-designed play by the Cashion Wildcats. Kind of had him roll out there. I was wanting Cooper just to keep working down the field.
I thought he was going to run that wheel.
Yeah, but he kind of stopped, and I don't know if there was somebody who's supposed to go deeper than him. I think it
was Gilbert.
Seth came deep, and he was open for a second. But, hey, I'm okay with him pulling it down, getting that first down. A good job by Chance there to pick up the first down.
2-by-2 for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion is Frazee. Back to pass, Acord. He's looking for the wheel. Across the middle. And looked like Seth had fallen down.
Yeah.
I think he got knocked down. So that one will fall incomplete out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and it'll clock to stop the clock at 3:08. Lane Broadbent showed me the radar. We've got a kind of a situation south of us. Let's see what happens.
Chad Tischer texted me earlier and said, looks like you are going to get rain about the whole game. So it may be just a slight sprinkle or shower from here on out.
All right, so that brings up 2nd and 10. Clock again at 3:08. Wildcats working the ball here. Little toss sweep out to Frazee. He's going to get a block. He should have stayed outside. Gilbert sealed the linebacker, number 5, Jake Wright. Cooper Frazee decides to cut back in. Does get a few yards, but it'll be 3rd down and long for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and they brought another guy into the box, so we had a guy off of our receivers again, 10, 15 yards off the ball. And when you have a receiver that doesn't have anybody over the top of him for 10, 15 yards, we got to be able to get the ball to that receiver and let them really do work down the field.
All right, so we had a little equipment check here by the umpire. Looked like Preston Cotter didn't have his knee pads covered up. 2:38. Wildcats with a huge 3rd down here, right around the 43-yard line. Acord empty set here, a little bunch formation, a little mesh here on the left side of the line. Cooper Frazee all by himself out here, aced out. In motion is Brown. Let's see what happens here. Acord motions coming back to Brown in the seam with a big catch. 1st down, Cashion Wildcats in Hinton territory.
Another strike right there. These are the routes that I love to see, and I love to see Chance back there in the pocket and making quick decisions and then pulling the trigger. The kid's got a gun. He can put it on a dime down the field. And this is Coach Shackelford and the group has game planned well for that skill asset, and they are taking advantage of it right now.
They sure are. 2-by-2, Wildcats 1st and 10 from the 38. Running clock, 2:03. Frazee out in the flats. He'll get the ball out in front. Catch that, son. That's a touchdown.
You had some blockers out there really doing work on the edge, but it just was right outside of his grasp and wasn't able to bring that in. That was just a little hot, but coming off of Chance's hand, you want to see a little finesse, give Cooper a little bit chance. It did hit his hands, so you can say, my dad would always tell me, if it hits your hands, you better catch the ball.
That's right. All right, Wildcats 2nd and 10, under 2 here. Clock stopped on the incompletion, 1:58 from the 38-yard line. Acord in shotgun, Frazee to the left of him. Pressure there, backside, Gilbert up top with the catch, and he'll go down. Eventually, great pass, great catch. Give credit to the senior Seth Gilbert climbing that ladder, getting that ball.
Yeah, Chance is doing a great job of looking and seeing what the defense is giving him, and he almost knows before the ball even gets to him on the snap who's going to be open. That time he didn't even look over there. He just knew where the players were on defense, and whenever he saw a read, he turned, delivered a great pass out there for Seth to catch and try to make a man miss. The guy got him down, but still, 1st down.
2-by-2 for the Wildcats. In motion is Brown. Cooper Frazee in the flats. He's going to get the ball. He's going to cut up. Still on his feet. Falls forward. Tackle, give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, the junior linebacker. Nice little gain of about 3 or 4 here for Frazee. Wildcats absolutely using that left side screen, and we do have a stoppage here. It looks like we've got Camden Maroney's going to have to come off and fix his knee pads or something. They're really harping on the equipment today for some reason.
Yeah, and I think Hinton called the timeout, which would help us right here.
I guess so. Well, they're getting gashed.
Camden suited up and ready to roll.
So Wildcats, again, Chance Acord on the day already. 10 for 13, 150 yards. He's and Max Brown, 5 for 5. 5 targets, 5 catches. Absolutely love seeing that. Don't give him my jacket. I want that jacket. Give him that sweatshirt.
Here,
I got another sweatshirt for him. I'll give it to him. Is he wet or cold?
He says just a little wet.
Okay, my man Mark.
I was just going to cover the camera.
Hey, let's do this. I was reading off some stats, but let's give a little credit to our man Mark Parrott, Gage Beddick. Fantastic guys. We miss you, Colton. Absolutely do a great job working the cameras for us. We've had really good weather today. It's a little dreary, and and cold. But again, Max Brown, 5 catches, 88 yards, fantastic. Seth Gilbert, 2 catches on 3 targets for 33. Max Hinton had that big catch for 20 that ended in that first possession. But again, Wildcats efficient on the day.
They're making Camden stay out of play. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's again equipment. They already yelled at Preston Cotter.
But if you have an equipment thing and
I don't
you
know.
have a timeout, you can go back in.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what it is.
So Acord with a handoff to Frazee, and that's behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be down.
They are going to call him down.
Yeah, 77. Give credit to Real Lytle, the senior, 5'9", 200. With the stop, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 11 here for the Wildcats.
Shaq called that play, probably just kind of keep them honest there up front. But you do that right there, you're running at the teeth of their defense, and that's where they're the strongest. Those boys up front are big and strong, and you try to run through, between the tackles against this team. You better be ready and have a good push.
All right, Wildcats in 12 personnel, double tight ends. Max Brown and Seth Gilbert aced out each on the other side. Acord looking for Brown. He's going to cut back to his right. He's going to let it go. And that one will fall incomplete as it was swatted down. I think number 68 thought that was 4th down, which would have been a wise play. Thomas Strother, the 6'4", 255 offensive lineman.
Or I think he just swatted it down because he probably was thinking, I'm not going to catch this. I'm just going to knock it down, not let anybody else catch it.
Fair enough. So that's 4th down, 4th and 12 for the Wildcats from the 23. 32 seconds here, first quarter
playing
clock.
Up man like that. Yep. Let's burn them deep. We got some kids that can go, and if you get that close to us, let's run by you.
Max Brown by himself, safety over the top, not even shading Brown as Clifton Craighead. He does now move over. He must have heard me. One linebacker is number 5, Jake Wright. Again, it's aced out. It's a party over there on the opposite side of the field. Back to pass is Acord. He looks to his right. He's going to get rolled out. He's going to have a holding call. Unfortunately, he's got to get the first down here. And falls in and out of the hands of Higdon. That'll be incomplete. And that penalty will be declined, and that'll be a turnover of downs for the Wildcats. What was started off as a promising drive starting from the 12-yard line, working all the way to 23, will be a turnover of downs. It'll be Hinton Comet ball.
Yeah, and what happened there, on that play or that drive kind of slowed us down was whatever they did with Camden, harping on his equipment or whatever it was, kind of slowed the whole pace of that drive down. And after that play, we went backwards and just never got our momentum back going. Defense, bring the intensity. We got them backed up here. I mean, they're on their 30-yard line or 20-yard line, 22-yard line. Let's keep them there. Keep them down here where they have to punt, give us good field position to try to go back and score.
All right, so from the 23, it'll be 1st and 10, 25 seconds on the play clock. First quarter in motion is Rodman. He's going to get the jet sweep. And Max Brown coming off the corner spot with a great open field tackle. Nice work there by the senior for a limited game. 21 Rodman.
They went back to that jet sweep that they had the big run on the last time they had the football. That time, Max did a good job coming up, making him turn into the teeth of the defense, slowed him down enough to Max to just go ahead and get there and make the tackle. And really nothing going there for the
So
now they're making Preston come out.
We've played. This is our 9th game, and this is the first time the officials are enforcing the knee pad rule. So Max Higdon has to come in for Preston Cotter.
Are you sure?
And it's not like they don't have knee pads. I mean, they've got knee pads there. It just works up as they're playing. They're calling it.
We just got an update here. We'll have another timeout. I don't know who this timeout will go against. The first one went against. It's actually the end of the first quarter. So we appreciate you guys joining. We knew it was going to be a good one. Wildcats up 7-0 here. Had a chance to make it 14.
Hey, really good quarter, right?
Yep.
Really good quarter by the Wildcats. But listen, that's one quarter.
Yeah.
We have to put 4 quarters together that match that intensity right there to win this ball game.
Yep.
You ain't won anything yet.
Yep, that's right.
Not won jack yet.
Yep, that's right.
So bring the intensity this second quarter, build on what you had in that first quarter, and really be able to, have a really good opportunity to win this ball game. But it just take you go quarter by quarter, right?
Yep.
Great first quarter. Now let's have a good second quarter, and the rest will take care of itself from there. But man, you couldn't ask for a better quarter there for the Cashion Wildcats, other than going to scoring on that last drive.
Yep.
But I'm happy with the intensity and the way the Cashion offense is executing.
Totally agree. Outside of knee pad situations, Wildcats will try to get it figured out. So we'll have the start here as they flip the field. The Comets now working from east to west, right to left on your screen, starting at the 23 here, 2nd and 9. Wildcats back out in their 4-4-3 look here. Timmy Jones in the middle of that. So we've got an empty set here for Levi Taylor, the senior quarterback. In motion is 22. Craighead. Back to pass is Taylor. He's going to work to his right side. He finds Taylor, or I apologize, Craighead. He's going to go down. It'll be a nice gain of about, looks like 6 or so. It'll bring up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and that time they kind of did another play where they snuck a guy out there, and the quarterback found him this time, was able to make the completion. And if you're those linebackers and you have, flats as your responsibility, don't go to sleep, because if you have one sneak out, we saw that happen against CHA where they snuck a guy out into the flat area and went for a touchdown. Know that's what they're doing. Know that's their game plan.
3rd and 4. Handoff, jet sweep to the edge. Let's see if we got a play here. Cooper Frazee out, no holding call. And that'll be enough first down as number 77, Real Lytle, flexes his muscles to the Cashion team. And give credit to number 21. You talked about him earlier, Trevor Rodman, showing his speed, getting all the way out.
Yeah, that time he just got him out there on the edge with the lead blocker right there. If you're coming up, just make a pile. Go with that lead blocker.
Shoot it.
Legs. Make a pile and see if you can get through and trip that guy up. If you don't trip him up, the next guy's going to get the tackle. So
totally agree.
Be physical. The guy's running at you like that, come at him hard.
11-10 on the clock. 1st and 10 here for the Comets. To the right is Jake Wright to Taylor. It's going to be a keeper by Taylor. Great tackle there. Camden Maroney on the initial contact. Give credit to Timmy Jones as well. So that'll be a nice gain for Taylor on first down. It'll be about 2nd and about 6 here.
Yeah, we don't have a nose guard right over the ball, and I think they were trying to take advantage of that. But Camden and Timmy did a good job of coming in and filling that gap and not letting them get a big gain on first down.
We did have a score update. Minko up 18-0 early over Crescent. That's a big score there. Now 20-0. I apologize. So 10:30 pistol formation. Jake Wright behind Taylor. Taylor will get the ball. He'll cut back outside. He gets loose, but there's a swarm of Wildcats. Great job by Timmy Jones, Preston Cotter. A little credit there to my man Seth Gilbert.
A pursuit to the football. That's what that was right there. That running back is a tough runner. He got away from the first initial tackler, but when you have the pursuit that the Wildcats had there, he still didn't get much on that play. Absolutely.
So a great job there by the defense stringing that one out. It's 3rd and 4, running clock here under 10 minutes from the 43. Big stop here for the Wildcats if they can get it. Single back is right again. Oh, misread there. Coming through, Jake Branson. Little busted play. Jake says, I don't care. I got you. I got you. And that's a TFL for the Wildcats. And that'll bring up 4th down.
TFL on 3rd down right there on the Hinton side of the football field. They're going to have to bring their punter back in and punt the ball, give the Cashion Wildcats the ball back now. Let's get it back in the hands of Chance Acord and put him back in that situation where he can find those open receivers and deliver strikes down the field.
All right, so back to in punt coverage is senior Seth Gilbert. Lytle with a big punt end over end. That's going to go to the left sideline. It's going to get a huge Hinton roll, and that'll roll dead right around the 19-yard line, 17-yard line. Will be 1st down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats.
And here it is, second quarter, big stop right there for the Cashion Wildcats on that drive, and to give the Wildcats the ball back in their hands. Like I said, I want to see Chance Acord making those quick decisions. The coach is putting him in positions to find those guys down the field and really be able to move the ball down the field in big chunks.
All right, Wildcats starting off 1st and 10 from the 16. 9:05 on the clock. Acord in shotgun. Max Brown's aced out again, going up against number 10, Braden Strong, the senior, 6'1", 150.
Let's see if we don't take a shot here.
Well, they're going to actually try to jam him here, so they're putting the pressure. Acord back to pass, looking back to his left. Deep ball, Gilbert in and out of his hands on the flag. Great route, great ball, everything but the catch.
Yeah, it was one of those timing routes where he threw the ball before Gilbert really even had his head around. By the time Gilbert got his head around there, he had time to put those hands out there and attempt the catch. It just didn't. He just wasn't able to bring it in.
So incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10. 9:02 stop clock here in the second quarter.
Hey, Mark, hey, zoom out a little bit.
All right, so Acord will get the call. Looks like a 4-man rush here. Again, singled out is the linebacker, Jack, right in the middle. A lot of pressure for him as we've got press coverage for the Hinton Comets on every Wildcat receiver. In motion is Gilbert. We're going to have a flag, delay a game. Oh, timeout? All right, so what would have been a delay of game 5-yard penalty, thankfully, is now just a timeout. That'll be Shaq's first timeout. We'll take a timeout, catch a breath, get a drink, get Mark warmed up, and we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back. Second quarter action. Wildcats 2nd and 10 from the 16. Chance Acord in the bunch looking to drive and get another score up 7-0. In motion is Gilbert. Back to pass is Acord looking to his left, coming back. Just short. Had his man in the soft zone there as Gilbert was working back across the corner in the safety. That'll fall incomplete, and I'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
If you're watching at home, just, early on, they had guys way backed up off of our receivers, and we were taking advantage of that. Now they have press coverage. Everybody, all their defensive backs are right up on the line. Press coverage on all the receivers now. But there's things that the coaches can do to take advantage of that too.
All right, so 3rd and 10 from the 16. Acord back to pass. Little screen out of here. He's got a couple blockers. Cuts back in. Frazee still on his feet. Sideline cuts up. First down. Cashion Wildcats. Great call. You talked about it. There's some calls you can do for that, and that's exactly it as the Wildcats convert.
Yeah, great job right there. Great execution by the offense to get the ball in the hands of Cooper Frazee with plenty of blockers out in front. He almost had a chance to take that right up the sideline and score, but I will take the huge gain on 3rd down, deep in your own territory to really get it out, out of the shadow of your own end zone. And 1st down and 10 here at the
42-yard line. Yep. Trips up top. Brown aced out by himself. Back to pass Acord. He's going to come back on the slants. There it is. Gilbert. Seth Gilbert on fire. Big time 1st down into Hinton Comet territory.
Yeah, and like I said, I keep saying this, but man, Acord's doing such a good job of just looking and seeing what the defense is giving him, finding his first read. And if it's open, he is pulling the trigger and putting it on a dime. And that time, and Seth Gilbert's been the beneficiary of a lot of those tonight.
Yes, Max Brown drawing a lot of attention here with the safety over the top. So this time trips on this side. Max now by himself on the opposite side, on the boundary side. Cooper Frazee in the backfield with Acord. Had that big screen pass to convert the 1st down on 3rd down. Wildcats here at 1st down. Acord looking to his right. He's going to go deep across the middle. Gilbert up top.
Oh, that's
big hit, and that will be pass interference as Gilbert takes an absolute ridiculous shot to his helmet. This may also be targeting, hitting a defenseless player with the crown of your helmet.
Yeah, and that time right there, I mean, he was wide open running up the field. The defensive back comes off of Max, and like Nima said, Kyle was turned around there, ready to catch that ball, defensive player, and the defensive back just comes in and hits him in the back of the helmet before the ball even gets there, and when you do that, when you're helmet to helmet like that on a defensive player, or even if it is whatever, you come in and hit that helmet like that, that should be a targeting, and an ejection from what I understand of the rule. Maybe they said he didn't hit him in the head. Maybe he hit him low, and just the jolt of his head going back is what hurt him. But man, he is down on the ground. He pulled his helmet off as soon as he hit the ground. So let's hope and pray that he's all right.
Yeah, that's certainly player safety is the most important thing here. As the Wildcats are, certainly thin already, and a big contributor, Gilbert, a senior, on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
I was going to say not only on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball. You've seen him in some great coverage tonight so far, and first and foremost, we want to make sure he's okay. Great kid, and just a joy to be around.
Yeah, absolutely. Just smiles everywhere.
Oh, man.
Hey, we got a dog on the field. Hopefully that's a good sign.
We do. Old Yeller. Is that Old Yeller right there?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's, I don't know if you're into spirit animals or anything, but we'll take that situation. And again, they're still tending to Gilbert. Did we get a call on the play? Did they? The
only thing I saw on the initial call was pass interference. I didn't see any targeting.
Yeah, better than Black Cat on Halloween.
Let's go to commercial real quick, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. Wildcats now in possession. Gilbert has walked off, so Kai's being looked at by Heath Pratt, one of our fantastic trainers here. They're going to take a look at him as maybe near his collarbone as well. So Wildcats do pick up the first down on the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 20. Little toss sweep to Brown. Just try to get the outside. Nowhere to go. Give credit to the Hinton Comets there. They had numbers, and they got the tackle.
Yeah, and it's going to be a loss of about 3. That run game is hard to get going against the size of those boys up front from Hinton. And that time we tried to get Max out there on the edge. They sealed it pretty good and just kind of bounced him out there until the troops could get there. And loss of about 4 on the play, it looks like.
Yep, so 2nd and 14, running clock, 7:31 here. Wildcats in Hinton Comet territory again, trying to capitalize, up 7-0. Jake Branson in at running back here as Max Higdon's coming at, and we'll have a motion here. That's a tough situation. So look like Dagan Lloyd, the sophomore coming in. That's a long time, I'm telling you, for an offensive lineman to sit still. I'm going to take Dagan's side of this one. That's a tough penalty. So what was already 2nd and 14 now is going to be 2nd and 19. And Wildcats 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Same formation, 2x2. Branson to the left of Acord.
Yeah, and they're still got that press coverage, but man, you kind of have to put a safety in a situation to pick they're going to cover deep, and then Chance is going to have to make a play down the field.
Acord flushes to his right, picks up, Max. Had his chance, pumped it, had Max Brown open in the flats, decided to, I think his eyes were deep, and that'll be a sack. Actually a short gain. That'll bring up 3rd down to 19 or 21.
Yeah, and right there, I kept saying there's Max, but by the time Max kind of flashed across there and got open, Lytle was there in Chance's face, and he just could not get in a position to float it out. I just want him to kind of float it out there to him, but he floated out there sometimes, and bad things could happen. So Chance did probably the better thing and just pulled it down and got what he could out of it.
Let's see if we can get half here. So 3rd and 21, 6:15, Acord back to pass. He's got a pump, double move. He's going to let it go across the middle. Max Brown in and out of his hands, no call. He had an opportunity there as looks like Acord took a big hit as well.
And it's 4th down here and long. But do you try to take a shot down the field, or with the way the defense, Cashion Wildcat defense has been playing, you almost want to see them go for it here.
Well, they're going for it. There's no doubt. Shaq's going for it from the 30, no doubt. So this time they're going to go 2x2, empty set. They're going to go Max Higdon.
Let's see if we don't see a post right here from Cooper across the middle for a big gain.
He's matched up against a linebacker. Acord looking to his right, that same side. He's getting mauled. He's got to let it go, and he's going to be sacked.
Yeah, and that time right there, I want to see was Cooper 5 yards down the field when he just got completely destroyed by the linebacker. That should be a defensive hold or a defensive illegal contact down the field, but they didn't call it. It must have been in that 5 yard, 5 yard cushion that they can get up there and jam those receivers, and that kind of threw that play because that's exactly what they were trying to do was get Cooper over the middle for a big gain, and when that didn't happen, Chance just didn't have enough time to find anybody else open, and they were able to get to him for the big sack. Now it's time for the defense.
That's
Step
right.
up. Like I keep saying this broken record, but you've got to keep that intensity up and be able to come up and fly to the football and have that pursuit that you've had in the first this whole first half so far.
Carson Gump, the sophomore, coming in. A little reverse here, a little pass. It's covered. Let's see if Gilbert can get there in coverage. Knocks it down. Great job by the senior. Seth Gilbert climbing the ladder again, batting the ball, and the Wildcats were not fooled.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've seen out of Hinton. Almost every game they've tried to do that little play like that where they throw it out to the running back and then try to pull it down the field, and that's one thing our coaches have seen too because we were very prepared for that. I think they did that against us last year even, maybe. But that time the defensive backs were not fooled. Seth was there. He was able to climb the ladder, like you said, go up there and knock that down.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 33. Little handoff here, right side. Cuts it back inside. Nice job there by, look like number 18, Seth Gilbert coming up. And give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, weaving through the defensive line there of the Cashion Wildcats. Picks up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here. Second quarter action live from Seward Field in Hinton, Oklahoma. The rain is still coming down a little bit. Just a little bit of a drizzle.
Drizzle.
A little bit of drizzle.
That's a weird word.
It is a weird word. Yeah. It must be a West Texas word. I don't know. I'm just messing. All right. So 3rd and 4, 5:19 on the clock.
West Texas would love a drizzle right now.
Keeper is Taylor. Cuts up. He's hit at the line. He squeezes through somehow. Not sure how he got through that. It looked like there was Timmy Jones among others, but give him credit. The senior's able to get the first down.
Well, I think it was kind of friendly fire there. 40 in red. I think his name is Graydon Devine. He came across there, and he actually hit the quarterback. Thought he was going to go down, but he was able to keep his feet driving. And I think that's really one of the maybe first or second first downs that they've had that they've earned.
Yep. All right, so Wildcats trying to get some pressure here. Under 5 here. Handoff inside. Met at the line. And give credit to the defensive line. They're holding up. Tommy Branson, it looks like Timmy Jones there on the tackle. Again, the ball carrier was Jake Wright, the junior. We've seen him. We've called his name quite a bit. He's going to get a break as number 22, Clifton Craighead, and 21, Trevor Rodman, kind of rotate back in. It'll be actually a gain of 2 or 3. I'm not sure how he got that, but it's 2nd and 8 from the 48. Shotgun for Taylor. I believe it's Rodman to the right of him. He's going to get that one. He's going to come outside. They're going to string it out.
That's a hold.
That's a hold. Jake Taylor gets tackled. And we're going to get the call or no?
Yeah,
yes, we are.
Okay. Flag, yep.
Yeah, so give credit to Jake Branson coming up to fill that hole.
Yeah, great job by Jake to get up the field, turn that ball runner back inside. When there was nothing going inside, the ball carrier had to try to bounce it around Jake, and when he did, the guy blocking Jake just had to hold on to him, and that's what the officials saw. They threw the flag, and they're going to back him up here. It'll be 2nd long.
Yeah, so the holding was right around the 45-yard line. That means it'll move it back to the 35, and it'll be a 2nd down and quite a bit here. We'll take it. So with 4:07 and a back-and-forth game, Wildcats have been moving the ball. They just haven't been able to put it in the end zone. And had a fumble and a
how
couple
many
of
total yards do we have right now?
Well, at one point it was
225
to 72, so definitely in favor of the Wildcats. But on the scoreboard it's just 7-0, so the Wildcats, let's see if we can't get a stop. We're going to get a timeout here, so looks like the Hinton Comets will call one. They'll try to get things. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of...
All right, welcome back to Sewer Field here, live from Hinton, Oklahoma. It's Neiman and Bobby, Chris Gibson, bringing you guys Cashion Wildcat Football 2022. Wildcats in a big, huge, mega District A3 game here.
Must
win, absolutely. Wildcats up 7-0. The Comets do have the ball. 2nd and 20 from the 35 after the holding call. Taylor back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go deep. And that one will go out of bounds. Intended receiver was number 21, Trevor Rodman. In coverage was Cooper Frazee. And that'll be 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, I mean, that time the receiver got a little bit of step on Cooper, but our defensive backs are in position to really kind of throw off the quarterback. And if the quarterback's going to make a pass and a completion, it's going to have to be perfectly thrown.
Yep.
And so our defensive backs are really doing a good job covering down the field in a one-on-one situation.
All right, so that brings up 3rd and 20. Empty backfield here, number 40, Graydon Deviney, that H-back kind of, you call them a sniffer, in that mesh formation on the right side. Back to pass to Taylor, looking to his right, back to his left. Pressure's on.
No,
he's got a lane. If he can squeeze through. It's like, was that was Jackson Vandruff. I'm not sure how he got past.
That was Camden Maroney came up.
Well, no, but it was Jackson Vandruff on that initial tackle. Give credit to Taylor squeezing through. It'll be 4th down, and it looks like I'm
thinking they're probably going to go for it here.
No, they're punting. Wow.
No, it is punt. Yep.
So I guess you give credit to Coach Potter. If you read the book, right, it's a one possession game.
One possession game.
Pen and deep. They get the ball at halftime.
Yep. Yeah, and I said to I think Tishner earlier, I said a lot of these teams they kind of get antsy. Just be patient.
Yep.
Keep trying to run the ball.
Yep.
Keep trying to play your game, and that's exactly what Coach Potter's doing here by punting it.
And so by doing so, if he gets a stop, the Wildcats potentially, if we don't get a 1st down, they're going to have really good field position right before half. So the ball does go out of bounds on the punt. It looks like it rolls out right around about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and Kai Gilbert's still on the sideline without a helmet on. I don't know if we'll see him again tonight. He's kind of holding his chest area and his collarbone area. I don't know if it's that or what it is, but he definitely doesn't have it's his head. Yeah, so they're probably going to have to hold him out the rest of this game, and he's a big part of that offense and what was getting us down the field. Let's see who steps up in his place and can make plays for the Cashion Wildcats.
All right, so 1st and 10 from the 10. The Wildcats had it from the 37, the 35, the 12, the 16, and 10. So not great field position, but they've been able to turn these, to flip the field. Let's see if they can do it one more time here right before half. 1st and 10, and we have another timeout. This one goes to Cashion.
It was going to be a delay game.
All right, so we'll go to timeout ourselves. We'll be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com.
Welcome back. Second quarter action, 3 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock here. Wildcats 1st and 10 from the 10. They were able to force a punt. Looking to score right here before half. Jake Branson, the left of A-Core, 2x2. That one will go to Branson. He's got a big lane. Get it up time. Oh, he's going to try to truck a few players. Levi Taylor, the safety, coming up to make the tackle.
Good job right there by Branson to bounce that out there, find an opening, and just put his head down and go get the yards. Picked up about 5-6 yards on that first down play.
2nd and 5, running clock here. Wildcats have one timeout left after that last one. 2:45 on the clock. A-Cord back to pass, looking back to his right, looking for the go. Max Hinton was there.
Work back
He'll go ahead and
across the
keep
field,
it. Looks like he'll
Max.
get it across. He's close to the first down marker. Looks like that was a little bit short there.
He was looking for Max down the sideline, and they did have a safety over the top, so good decision right there by A-Cord not to throw it deep there, pull it down and get the yardage that you could. I'd want to see Max kind of work back across that field, find an opening in the zone there, and give somebody to throw the ball to for chance.
3rd and 3. Clock did stop as A-Cord goes out of bounds, so 2:36, 2 by 2. It can be a handoff to Branson outside. Cut it up, son. Comes across. Big hit by number 5, Jake Wright. And that'll be no gain. And now we've got another injured Cashion Wildcat player.
And I think that's Jake on the ground there. Good hard run, but man, like we said, safety first, and you want these kids to be healthy. And
I think it's a stinger.
But I think he's gonna. They're just kind of rubbing his head there. And let's see what happens. Let's go to a quick timeout, and then we'll be right back.
Flash stream.
I'm Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange. Still the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Presenting Regato Ranch, located within the Cashion School District and offering homebuyers the experience of small-town charm with the modern world of shopping, dining, and healthcare just minutes away. Situated east of Highway 74, Regato Ranch boasts 1-acre home sites with privacy and ample space to retire or raise a family.
To build your next home from the ground up or to inquire about new properties currently for sale, contact Brandon or Shannon Cotter with Iron Creek Homes and C7 Realty.
Come find your forever home at Regato Ranch.
And go Wildcats!
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter action. Wildcats out to punt. 3-and-out situation, so give credit to Coach Potter electing to punt, get the 3-and-out with his defense. End over end punt, fair catch signaled, and that will be a 1st down and 10. So a decent punt. Give credit to Seth Gilbert, and that will be 1st and 10. Best field position of the day by far for the Comets on the Cashion 44-yard line.
Yeah, and this is going to be a huge, huge drive right here. You've got a position here to take a lead into the halftime. Cashion defense is going to have to step up and play the game that they've played the whole time so far in this first half. Bring everybody in to stop that run. These guys that are out there on an island on defense, defensive backs, keep playing great man coverage and then pursue the football.
All right, so again, it was senior Jake Branson getting injured on that last play. Keeper by Taylor out to the outside, stretched out. He'll step out of bounds. It'll be a gain of about 2 or 3. Branson's getting looked at there. Looks like it's his shoulder. And so in replacement for him, I'm trying to find who we've got out there. We don't have many folks left. We do have Carson Gump that's out at corner for Kai Gilbert. Looks like at linebacker, looks like we've actually gone with Dagan Lloyd at defensive end, and Jackson Vandriff has gone at linebacker. Yep.
Which I'm all right with Vandriff out there at linebacker running around hitting people. But, man, you sure, Branson's been a big part of this defense so far today in this game, just flying to the football.
All right, the Comets with no timeouts. Taylor back to pass. Jackson Vandruff in pressure. Pass, nice. Great coverage. Gilbert again with a PBU. And give credit to the senior as that ball was in line to the streaking wide receiver, number 11, Jack Brookshire, but it's incomplete.
You said it. He was streaking. If he'd have caught that ball, he could have almost turned it up and went for the touchdown. It would have been a huge gain either way. So great job, like I said, for these defensive backs out there in man coverage are doing a great job being in position and knocking the ball down and not letting them have anything deep down the field.
All right, so with 2:16, the clock stops with the incompletion. We've got Jake Wright in the backfield, pistol behind Taylor. Back to pass as Taylor pressures on. Ball is up high and too late, and give credit to Jackson Vandruff, literally the Eiffel Tower of football coming in. He had to throw that ball a mile over, and that created a tough situation. That falls incomplete, 4th down, and is this punt time?
No way.
Yeah, it is.
I guess what they're thinking is let's push them. Let's
try to get one more time.
Let's pin them back deep. And really have a chance to get better field position. But I don't think we're not going to have anybody. Oh, there's nobody out on that.
Yep. All right, so as you saw it, we saw it as Seth Gilbert was racing to the sideline, the opposite boundary. They had Trevor Rodman lined up out there, which could have been a potential fake punt situation. With 4th and 6 here from the 40, to your point, give credit. Coach Potter's got more discipline than I do. I would have definitely been looking to go for it here on senior night. Chance with the playoffs, the ball. But to your point, pin him back deep and maybe get the ball back again.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. If we can get them,
I don't see us throwing though. I see us just running the ball.
That's what I was saying. Like we've been throwing the ball, so they're thinking if they throw the ball, the clock doesn't move. Maybe we could get the ball back in our hands with plenty of time left. Because really what they're thinking is if we don't get it 4th down right here, they're in great field position to get down the field and maybe have a chance to score right before half.
All right, so we do have a halftime, or second quarter update. Minco up 28-14 over Crescent here, so a lot of teams shuffling for that top 4 positions. Out to punt is number 77, Ryan Lytle. He will punt it. It's a high banger. It's going to drop. Let's see if it'll roll. And actually, it's going to be a fantastic punt there. Sign that kid up.
It's going to be on about the 1 yard line.
So, so give credit to Coach Potter leaning on his special teams, number 77, Lytle, the senior 5'9", 200 punter. He's also a lineman. And so the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds from the 1 yard line.
Yeah, and right here, every time we've tried to run the ball, it seems like we've had about a 2-yard loss. So you got to be careful here if you're the Cashion Wildcats and what play you run because, man, they've got some big boys there that can put a push on it. But, if you give Max Brown some space down here to get loose, that's one of these plays where you get him deep down the sideline, maybe a 99-yard touchdown. Yeah. Let's go.
So Wildcats in shotgun, A-Cord.
Max jumped over there.
All right, so false start. Is that like 2 inches?
It's going to be about 1.5 feet.
So if there's ever a place to get a penalty, this may be it. So they do mooch it back a little bit. So we've got Carson Gump and Max Brown up top. Aced out is Gilbert by himself. Cooper Frazee to the right of A-Cord in shotgun. They're going to give it to Frazee. He's going to cut back. Actually, he's going to be a keeper by A-Cord. He's going to try to fall forward. He will. He's out of the end zone. Should have given it to Frazee.
Yeah, Frazee. No way. They're not calling that a safety. Well, right there, I said it. Every time we tried to run the ball tonight, it's been a tough sledding. We tried to run it just to get, out of just off the goal line, and Hinton Comets were able to get to Chance before he got out of the end zone, and they called the safety, and the way it works after the safety is we're going to have to kick off from our own 20-yard line. So, we talked about why are you punting right here? Maybe try to go for it on 4th down on your side of the football field. They know what they have in their punter. They were able to execute, get the ball down there at the 1 yard line, and then get the safety and the ball back in their hands to try to score right here before halftime.
So in a game that's been absolutely dominated by the Cashion Wildcat offense, give credit to the Hinton defense coming up with a big 3-and-out, forcing a punt. Another punt leads to a downed ball inside the 1, and they do get the safety on 1st down. So with that in mind, and Wildcats will be kicking from the 20. It's like Jake Branson has returned to the game, so that's a good sign to see.
I think it was just shoulder. And
little
really
stinger. Little stinger.
Taking a little precaution, not having him there on that last defensive possession.
He did take a wallop, though. I'll tell you, give credit to Jake Wright, dropping that helmet, hitting the crown down there and getting hard. So with the kickoff, 158 here. Deep is number 10. Braden Strong, most likely candidate for this kickoff. It will be him right around the 42. Coming across, Jake Branson will get the tackle. Great job, speaking of the devil. The senior with a big tackle, and that'll hold him to a no gain on the return as the Hinton Comets will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43.
Hey, that's about as good as you're going to get for us. I mean, with the leg of Christensen, he's got a good little leg, but you kick it off from the 20-yard line, and you get them down there about the 42, 43-yard line. That's about as good as we're going to get. Great job by Jake to get down the field. The receiver there for Hinton kind of bought with the football and gave Jake enough time to get down there and was able to drop him before he got any kind of return on it.
All right, so Comets back in offensive possession. Taylor will keep it. It'll be a keeper to the right side. Jake Branson with the initial hit. Can't wrap him up. Goes too high. Just hit the hips, my man. Hit the hips and bring him down. Give credit to Levi Taylor.
But he stayed in bounds, so that'll keep the clock running right here. If you're a Cashion Wildcat fan, that's what you want to see. You want to see clock running, get stops in bounds, and if you get them backed up, if you see a big loss here or something like that, you might want to start calling a timeout if you have one left. But with them having the ball in their hands, run that clock as much as you can.
2nd and 5, 1:18 on the clock. Give credit to Branson on that great run or that great possession. Coming back the edge, Rodman to the outside. Brown will hold him up and he'll knock him back. No gain, inbounds. Clock will run. Great job there by the senior Max Brown on the edge.
I was kind of thinking, they're going to get that edge, and then I saw number 3. I was like, if they get the edge on number 3, that dude is going to be fast, and he may take it to the house. But Max Brown did a great job of just getting out there, and then just a great form tackle. Went and met him at a point of attack and was able to wrap him up and bring him down and only get about 2 yards. On
big third down, 3rd and 4, 44 seconds. Taylor will keep it. He'll come back to this side. Wildcats will stretch it out. Frazee with the initial tackle or initial chance at the tackle. Timmy Jones eventually. And we'll have a stop as the chains move, as a little extracurricular activity between Maroney and number 10.
What are we doing?
Braden Strong.
The clock should be running right now. Blow it. Let's go.
There you go. So with 34 seconds after the first time in Cashion territory, Levi Taylor back to pass. He's going to look that left side. He's going to let it go. In coverage is Max Brown. And he it should have been pass interference as the intended receiver, Braden Strong, jumps on Brown's back. No call. Give credit to Max Brown. Terrific coverage. And you know what I love seeing that partner? Coverage, turn around.
Yep, turn and find the ball, and he almost came up with the interception. If I'm Hinton, I'm looking out there and seeing a freshman. Is Max Hickman, he's a sophomore.
Right? Gump? Yeah,
12.
Gump is a sophomore.
He's in there for Kai Gilbert. You got 22 out there, Craig. He's one of their better receivers, and he's one-on-one. Let's see if they don't try to take it.
They may not have recognized they got a new player out there. So with 25 seconds, 2nd and 10, Taylor will come out to that side, just like he said. Catch is made by Craighead. Gump with the tackle. Keep him in bounds, guys. And they'll go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 18 seconds.
That'll be a first down, too.
That'll be enough for a first down. Actually, no, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it is going to be just a little short.
Yeah, so a gain of 9, a 3rd down. So actually a really important situation there as the Wildcats do get the 3rd down. They have to get this first down here. So maybe they run and spike the ball. I'm not sure. But you called it, partner. They found Craighead out there. Good job by Gump there in coverage.
And they have 0 timeouts left. Yep.
So in pistol, Taylor with number 5, Jake Wright. We've got twins out here. He's going to go ahead and keep it. He's going to roll out. He's got the out route. If we make the tackle here, they'll get the first. We do have a flag. Is that going to be roughing the passer?
They are going to call roughing the passer. I think Jackson was in hot pursuit. And as Taylor throws the ball, Jackson's momentum just takes him through the quarterback, and they're going to call roughing the passer on the Cashion Wildcats, and that's going to put them down there with 8 seconds left. about the I'm guessing it's going to put them about the 10
they're on the 10 right now, so I don't know if is it at the end of the play, so it'll be half the distance, so it'll go to the 5. So with 8 seconds left, one play basically from the 5-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. They might be, if they throw a quick pass, they may have a chance to get 2 out of this.
And
so the play clock does run. It should be running.
Run the play clock.
5 seconds. This will be the last play of the half. Taylor getting pressured. Will come up, and the Wildcats get the stop.
And that's
So great job by the Wildcat defense. No seconds left on the clock. We feel like we're already in the end of the game the way the players are agonizing. And so with that, the Wildcats do hold them and hang on to that 7-2 lead here to go into the halftime locker room.
And we'll go ahead and take a little break here. We'll try to get on with Lane in a little bit and go over some of the stats. What great first half here. I mean, let's talk about it a little bit, just break down. Like I said, the Cashion intensity in that first quarter and carry over to the second quarter on defense, that's what we're going to have to win this ball game. That was a huge stop right there going into half because Hinton comes out with the ball in their hands at halftime.
Right.
So, man, a great first half by the Cashion Wildcats. Got 2 more quarters. Finish this thing out strong and put yourself in position to go to the playoffs.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys joining us. And again, I got to give credit to my man, Chris Gibson. He's working with half vision here. He's got a half a wall helping me out here. We get the color. But you've been spot on all day regarding situations, scenarios, and, again, a great, fantastic keys to the game that have kind of come to fruition, at least for the first part. But ultimately, you're exactly right based on kind of the story there at the end of the second quarter. I apologize. We appreciate you guys joining us here. We're going to have lessons with Lane. We'll have a breakdown of the stats. Let's see if Lane wants to stick around. Lane, you're looking good there with your North Face jacket. You do look $1 million.
Where's your Raiders hat?
Man. But we appreciate you guys joining us here. We're going to have a little halftime performance here. Looks like it's a dual performance. We'll leave it here for you guys. Hopefully you can hear it. We are missing a mic. But hang tight with this as we've got a combined performance here for the. Well, actually, we don't. It's just a.
I think they just.
So we will go.
Cheerleaders didn't realize they were.
We will go to commercial. Yeah. We'll be right back here on CWTV.
Local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
All right, welcome back. Halftime live from Sewer Field. Is it? I'm not trying to be funny.
I can't read.
It's Sawyer Field.
I grew up at Leedy. I can't even read.
SEU. I don't know. I got a last name Nababi, but again, live from Hinton, Oklahoma. It's halftime here on Cashion Wildcats TV as your Cashion Wildcats are up 7-2 over the Hinton Comets. A huge, mega, large District A3 game. Winner basically has a chance to continue on in the playoffs. Loser, it's Donzo. So, from this standpoint, I'm sure there's a lot of different math that can happen. But joining me up here in the covered booth over here on the visitor side is my man Lane Broadbent. Lessons with Lane. Lane, thoughts, first impressions of the first half here?
I've really been excited about this game all day long, and small town football. I've mentioned it every time we talk, but light rain outside, a lot of kids running around, a lot of people from Hinton here. It's senior night.
Yep.
It's a heck of an atmosphere. I'm kind of shocked that Hinton's just not running the ball down our throat. They're big up front. They're physical. They're probably better up front than we are, and they just try to run outside. And I don't know. They're just going to, if they continue to do that tonight, I think we win. Has Chance looked? That's the best he's looked all year, I think.
I definitely in the first quarter, for sure.
Right.
For sure. I think, if we keep that positive vibe going, yes. I absolutely loved the timing routes, the quick slants, everything that's worked out. The screens have worked out great for us today. He's put he's put the ball on the money. So absolutely, he's been laser focused and sharp. It's a situation where, as we move forward in the back half, let's hope that that's the chance that we continue to see.
Right. The thing about him, and I don't know what situation he come from at Davenport as far as reads as far as quarterback goes, but it's almost like he's a freshman or sophomore just learning the system, and so he doesn't trust himself enough. He holds the ball a little bit too long at times, but man, he's got a great arm, and he has been super accurate tonight.
I agree.
I was scared when Jake Branson went out. He's made tackles tonight, and I thought, crap, we got another kid going out with Gilbert going out. Looks like Gilbert's going to be out there for the rest of the second half. But we desperately need to have as many healthy bodies out there as we can.
Yeah, numbers were down as they were. We joked that the basketball team Hardaway has more players than Shackelford, and certainly in those types of situations, you need all hands on deck, and that's part of that. Those historic runs that Cashion's been on over the last 5-6 years, maybe even longer. There's these types of injuries we hadn't necessarily seen, and so maybe here and there, but they had enough guys to kind of come up and make up for it. This crew already with 27 players coming in, a lot of newer kids.
Right.
You really can't. You can't afford that. But give credit to Coach Wood and the defense. They've bowed up. They had a chance there to score at the end of the second quarter. They were able to get enough pressure. And you said it. The Levi Taylor, the quarterback, he throws a pretty good ball.
Oh, yeah.
He does. And maybe, Coach Potter is wants to, take advantage of that. He's got good wheels, but I'm with you as well. I mean, if you watch the Woodward tape and try to see it and try to figure out, and that's been their identity, the Comets, for a long time is, smash mouth football. So I am kind of shocked to see, them go away from it.
I can't know which ones they are because they're identical, but Kai is 18, right?
Kai is 17.
And
Seth is 18. Yeah.
Seth is he has had 3 or 4 unbelievable plays on defense, knocking that ball down, just a fingertip on the ball. He has played very, very well tonight.
Now, so taking a look at stats here, I was looking. Chance started off. I think he started off 10 for. Was it 15? 10 for 13?
10 for 13.
10 for 13 at one point.
Ended up at 12 for 20 for 198. That's still a great half. He's carried the ball 6 times for 7 yards, which that's always deceiving with a quarterback because you're getting sacked, and so that makes a lot of your stats. Not
Cooper Frazee, though, working the edges. He's had some good runs early, and that's kind of what propelled us in the earlier part of the game was the run game. Cooper Frazee getting to the outside was able to pick up some good runs for the Wildcats. Again, penalties continue to be our bugaboo and turnovers, right? So, we had a nice drive. Give credit, this is no beef on Max Hinton. Here you're talking about a kid having to step up.
Right.
He had his I think he had his first career touchdown last week against first catch and then first touchdown against the Boomers of Woodward last week, and had a great catch here. And these are the things that kind of happen when you're learning the game. But the Wildcats again with a fumble and some key penalties, but still somewhat fighting through it and still up 7-2.
And we were dominating in the first half. The first quarter we were dominating as far as yardage goes, and it ended up with 231, and they had 137. So it's evened up a little bit more, but we've doubled them up on first downs. We got 12 first downs to their 6. That's kind of what the way they do things is they are tough up front. They're big hitters, and they want to kind of rough you up. If we can kind of get past this first few minutes of the second half, I think we'll be okay. If they don't go down and score on us, if we can hold them the first drive, I think we've got quite a bit of upside here.
All right, well, let's talk about that. So if you're Coach Potter, maybe you go back to the run game, maybe go back to some of your basics. If you're Coach Shack, when we get the ball, what are we doing?
Our kids are open. Gilbert's open every time. It looks to me like you keep on doing your same old throw, and I don't know if you're Hinton, you're trying to line up. If I'm Hinton, I'm lining up and trying to cram it down our throats and see how we're going to react. But I think if we can hold them second half, first series, we're going to win the game.
All right. I love it. I love that prediction. That kind of was a story. I got to tell you, last week, all the momentum was on our side against Woodward Boomers. And, it was a winless Boomers team, but they're 4A. They're every bit legitimate. This was not a Western Heights 4A. This was a legitimate 4A team coming in with numbers, big kids, good athletes. And, we had that halftime lead. We came out, had the fumble, and it kind of spun backwards against us. And, even though we had a chance at the end, ended up losing that game. But, for the sake of us, moving forward, I hope you're right in regards to that situation. Go ahead.
So if the playoffs, we talked a little bit about the playoffs. We win tonight, we should make the playoffs. Yep. We will make the playoffs, but if we beat Crescent, then it throws it into a big tailspin, especially if Crescent gets beat.
Right.
Then it's either going to go to either Crescent's going to be first or they could be fourth.
Yes. So if Crescent gets beat tonight, and then we beat them next week, they could be fourth in district. They're already in.
Right.
We win tonight, we're in. It's just if we're fourth or third.
Yeah.
There's no way for us to get second because CHA has a tiebreak on us, and they've already got 3 wins. They will have 3 wins.
Do you have lung disease or something?
I ran. He told me to hurry. He's like, hurry up, I've got to go to the bathroom. So I ran all the way over here.
Okay, I thought maybe you need to be checked out by a doctor.
But I've gone over Tishner, if he's listening. He's kind of broke it down. Me and him, we have breakdown session at the bank or at my office, and we kind of tried to break it down, trying to figure out kind of what it all looks like. But I'm pretty positive we win tonight. The worst thing that could happen is, if we win tonight, get beat by Crescent, us and Hinton could have the same record. But if we win tonight, we have the tiebreak over Hinton to get us into that fourth place spot.
So if we win, we should be playoff bound.
Yeah, we win, we're in the playoffs tonight. Yeah. So it just depends on if we win tonight and on next Friday night, we'll be third place. And if you're in the playoffs, you got a chance to go.
Yeah.
You really catch your stride. CHA was in this district 5 years ago, and they were the fourth place team. Got some kids healthy about the time playoffs hit, and they went to the championship game. They got beat by Tonkawa that year, but they were the fourth place team in our district. And I think we got beat by Fairview in the second round or something like that.
Yeah.
But they wound up CHA. So if you're a fourth place team, you still got a shot.
Right.
it's going to be tough road to hoe because fourth-place team in our district, you know who they match up with? Ringling.
Yeah.
But you got to beat the best to be the best. And Ringling, you know, might be the best thing for you to catch Ringling on the first round whenever they've seen their soft schedule that they have down there, and they play it. Don't get me wrong. They play a soft schedule every year, but they roll in the playoffs.
If anyone's listening out there and you have romantic thoughts about being back in 1985, if we go to the playoffs, you need to go to Ringling because it'll take you right back to 1985.
It will.
It's like a time warp. You go back there, it's 1985. They're all
and it's awesome though. It's awesome. Like I watch a bunch of their live stream, or I try to.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I mean, they got the band with the Palm Squad out there dancing to. You know, there's no playing music over the loud deal and the cheerleaders dancing. It's the band playing the same songs that they've played since 1985, and the cheerleaders doing the same exact dances. Because you look down, you can kind of see in the stands sometimes, and those cheerleaders that were probably moms that were probably cheerleaders out there doing the same thing, and it's a fun atmosphere looking or listening to.
And Ringling's been that team for 1980. I mean, they've been smash mouth football for 40 years, and they're going to be that way for another 40 years.
And that's the thing is, like, you know, people are like, oh, I hate Ringling, this, that. Hey, give them respect. I love that. I love that football mindset atmosphere that they have there. And if you're a football fan, I love it. It's straight varsity blues up in that joint.
Right.
So,
like, been 7 or 8 years ago, we played at Ringling, second round. Ken Reasoner's up in the press box with me. It wasn't much of a press box. It was an open air
probably the same thing they have
tree
right now.
stand, it looked like. But Ken Reasoner was like, I am so ready for this season to be over because they were just beating our brains out. He's getting ready to go that night he's going to go deer hunting. So he's like, I'm ready for this thing to be over with.
Well, it's going to be a big second half. I mean, what's the final score going to be?
49-2 is
49-2. We're about to go off. That's what I'm talking about.
We beat them 21-9.
21-9. You heard it right here. So, you know, it's a big half. It's going to be this first possession of the second half is going to be huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hinton gets the ball. We need to get a big stop here, kind of set the tone for the rest of this second half. And Cashion defense really needs to come out and keep bringing that intensity that I talked about in that first half and be able to carry over and have all 4 quarters. It's going to take all 4 quarters to win this ball game.
Last thing, the thing that Cashion's done, we've been there, done that. So we have playoff experience, and I know some of these kids haven't played, but they've been on the sidelines. They've
experienced, they've experienced it and know the feel. But that's the thing. Like, you know, I was coming over here. I was telling Nima, I was like, you know, these coaches that we have, they've got to, you know, instill in these kids that, this isn't the championship ball game, but it's your championship ball game because if you don't win this game, you won't have a chance to play in a championship ball game. So have that intensity, and that's what it looked like the first half. Let's see if the coaches went over there and was able to really motivate them and keep them to pushing into that second half because we're going to, like I said, it's going to take all 4 quarters. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back with second half action.
All right.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashion community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashion students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up. Get you some.
All right, welcome back, Cashion.
He does throw a great ball.
I mean, I'm just sitting here watching Chance. I mean, it's a great ball.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys joining us here as second half action about to start. About 10 seconds left on the clock. Wildcats up 7-2. Will be kicking off. Neiman and Bobby, Chris Gibson among the crew. We had lessons with Lane here at halftime. Chris, I guess you guys broke it down, what we're going to have to do to win.
You just got to keep that intensity up. Like I said, fly to the football. We've done a great job of selling out to stop the run, just like I said in my keys. And the defensive backs have manned up. I mean, they're going to have to continue that. Don't let one slip by on you and get a big play for a touchdown. And just keep doing what you're doing on the defensive side of the ball. The offense is moving the ball.
Yep.
And we're going to figure it out and get in the end zone again before this game's over with. But defensively, that's the key. You've got to keep flying to the football, pursuing the football, making stops, and nothing big, no big-time plays for a big touchdown.
Yep. Agreed. Kicking off for the Wildcats will be Chandler Christensen, number 6. Deep for the Comets, number 10, Braden Strong, most likely the intended receiver here, right around the 25. Wildcats love to kick that deep onside sideline. We already have a flag, like we're going to have offsides of some sorts, a illegal motion, shift, whatever.
Must have passed the line right before.
So he motioned false start. So does that mean that is that considered
I think
if he's ahead?
The line before,
is that considered?
Yeah,
is that not
be.
Okay? Okay, I thought that might be a legal procedure. It doesn't matter. It will be. It does matter because it'll be another 5 yards marked back.
I think a legal procedure is called only when you get to run the play.
Run the play. That's right.
So it would be a false start.
Yeah. No, gotcha. Look at you, man.
Hey, no, Chad Tishner he educated me one day on that. So I'm just passing along.
All right. We love silky smooth. All right. Wildcats will reset here as Chandler resets the ball. Again, this time it'll be number 10, Braden Strong, the senior, 6'1", 150, right around the 19. Actually, the 29. I apologize. Chandler can boot it. Let's see if he goes deep middle. He's going to go high onside this time, and he'll catch it. And it'll be close to out of bounds. The Strong comes to the outside. Gilbert's there. Nice job. Barrick Wano, the freshman, coming through. So good job there by Gilbert. And Wano, limited return. It'll be first down and 10, right around the 31.
Gilbert did a good job get down there, being first to get to him and be able to get around his legs, and then Wano there with the hustle to clean that up. Now it's a first down right here. Like I told Lane, this drive is going to set the tone. It's going to be I always say
no pressure.
I always say it. The first drive out of the half in a close game, it's the biggest drive, and because it sets the tone, it kind of gives momentum to one team or the other. Cashion Wildcat defense just needs to keep doing what they're doing, bring the intensity, fly to the football.
Wildcats on D, 4-3 look, inside run, coming back to bounce to the outside. Jackson Vandruff says, "Welcome to my house." Big stop there by Vandruff, and Tony Wood is daring them to run inside, and that's actually turning into a funnel back out to your guy Jackson Vandruff.
Yeah, right there. The kid thought he had an opening to get to the outside, to get to the corner, and he ran square into the 5 and the 9.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
There was nowhere going from there on.
Yeah, so that was Jake Wright. He heads to the sideline getting looked at as he got walloped. Coming in for him is number 21. It's going to be empty set. Trevor Rodman now here as the Comets look at 2nd and 7 from the 32. Running clock here, 11:19. Empty backfield here. Motion man is Rodman. He's going to keep it by Taylor. Preston Cotter. He's got the stop, and the Wildcats gang tackling. I don't know, a little extracurricular activity as the lineman for Hinton can't get a block, so they'll try to take him out for the play, but it doesn't matter as Coach or as Levi Taylor sees a sea of white and goes down.
Yeah, if you're watch Vandruff, watching that front line, he's kind of been going back and forth, and they're using him on the wide side of the field a lot of times to come up and set the edge and turn them back into the teeth of the defense. And that time, turned him right into Preston Cotter, and Preston Cotter was able to meet him in the hole and drop him for maybe a little bit of a loss.
It was a yard loss to bring up 3rd and 7. Running clock here, 10:35. Empty set again for Taylor, most likely a keeper here. Let's see what the senior quarterback does. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to pump. He's going to go deep right side. He's got a man. Frazee in coverage, looking for the offensive pass interference. It doesn't matter, Frazee. Great coverage, my man. The junior step for step, and that's a 3 and out for the Cashion defense.
Hey, I said it. Big drive right here for the Cashion defense. They came out, did their job. Now, offensively, get out there and keep doing what you're doing. You're moving the football.
Yep.
You just kind of are shooting yourself in the foot a little bit when you get down to that scoring, area. And so just get out there, find those open receivers like Chance has been doing this whole time, and just keep moving the ball down there, find that end zone.
Lytle with the kick. He's been their player of the game for the Comets. He's going to have another huge banger. Gilbert's not going to call fair catch. He'll get it. He's going to fumble. Get on it, son.
Yep.
He does. But it'll be recovered by the Wildcats, thankfully, and it'll roll dead right around the 26. Will be Cashion Wildcats. First down and 10.
Hey, Gilbert, he's kind of down on himself there, letting that come slip out of his hands. He did the right thing. Just don't panic. Jump on it. Get on the ball. Give the ball to your offense. But have that confidence when you're back there at that punt return. It's a hard job being a punt returner. You got to have that confidence, that swag to say, I'm going to catch it and try to take this back. And that time he did a good job of getting on the muff punt.
He did. So shotgun formation for the Wildcats. Chen Tacord, Jake Branson, the senior, to the right of him, and that little offset pistol. 10-16 motion. Brown, little toss sweep to Jake Branson coming downhill.
Oh, that's a horse collar right there.
Sure looked like it. And give credit to number 5, Jake Wright, in pursuit like a missile.
Yeah, and we were trying to just get him out there on that with a pitch to get to the edge. And you said it, Jake Wright from that linebacker position was able to take an angle and get to the corner or get to the edge before Jake did. And it's another loss on a run play for the Cashion Wildcats.
All right, so that'll bring up 2nd and 14 here. Going backwards are the Wildcats. Best actually starting position in the last few possessions. Acord back to pass, looking to his left. Deep ball to Brown in his hands. He may have seen number 22 coming in. That was Clifton Craighead, but if he catches that, comes down, he may have had a chance to go the distance.
Yeah, because they kind of both flew by him, didn't really make contact with him, and if he'd have caught it, kept his feet, definitely could have been a big play there. But, Max saw what they did to Kyle on a kind of a hit before the ball even got there, so that may have been running through his brain a little bit.
That's a tough break. Good ball there by Acord, back to pass. He's going for the pump and go, going deep. He's got ball up, in and out of the hands. It's going to fall through. Could have been intercepted there. Intended receiver was Seth Gilbert. Looked like Max Higdon in the area. 3 defenders for the Comets. That will go incomplete. And it'll be punt time for the Wildcats as they go 3 and out on their first possession.
I think that went into the hands of Jack Brookshire, into the hands of Seth Gilbert, and then back. And Brookshire I was almost like okay with the interception because 4th down right here, we're punting anyway. And that may have been as good as a punt.
So back to kick for the Wildcats is Seth Gilbert, who is the intended receiver. 21, Trevor Rodman is the punt returner for the Hinton Comets. Oh, goodness. High punt. Gilbert, end over end. That's going to hit the ground. Get a roll, son. There it goes.
That'll be a good
And that'll be a nice little cash and roll as it goes all the way down the 40 side of the Hinton Comets. And the Wildcat defense will go back out on defense.
Yeah, I kind of like those little punts like that where it's just a low line drive punt where when it hits the ground, it's really going to get a good rollout. Doesn't give the returner even a chance to catch it and have any kind of return. Good job by Seth to get the ball back on the Hinton side of the 50. And right here, another big. It's going to be big possessions every single time in this game until one team or another kind of extends that lead over one.
How about
possession.
a turnover, partner? How about we get a turnover right
when's
here?
The last time we've had a turnover?
It's been a while. Let's get one right here. All right, empty set for Taylor. In motion is Rodman. Taylor will keep it. Coming back through, he'll stick his head down the lane. Goodness gracious! I know. I don't. He hit his own man that time.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, that time Emilio Gonzalez Sr. basically just drops his helmet and throws himself into the middle of the pile.
He did. He's sitting there looking at Cooper trying to get up. Cooper had him there tackled and going down, and number 70 just
speared him.
Submarines into the back of the knees of his own player and Cooper.
Yeah, after the play was over, basically. So give credit to Taylor for a good run there. 5 yards, 2nd and 5, running clock here, 8:52, third quarter action. Pistol formation, high snap, ball is loose. Taylor's able to get it, breaks free, and goodness gracious, Gump there. So give credit to Carson Gump, the sophomore. And what was going to be a nightmare for the Comets turns into a huge play for senior Levi Taylor all the way to the 25 on the Cashion side of the field.
Yeah, it was almost like it gave him time to, like, the defense was kind of around him, surrounded him. It gave him time to kind of catch it. The defense kind of had went up the field a little too far, and by the time he gathered it, he had a wide open lane right up the middle and was able to get that big chunk yard play.
So Wildcats make a formation change. Give credit to, and we'll have a hold there, thankfully, on the back side. And that was
that's a strip on the way down, but they're not going to call it. They're going to say he was down before the ball
Jake Wright, the carrier. Wildcats moved their defense into the interior to take that inside runaway. Wright was able to bounce it out, broke a couple tackles. But the run will be negated. as there was a holding call by the defensive back. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot. So
by the receiver on the defensive back, yeah.
So it'll be, that's right, thank you, by the receiver. So that'll be first down. That'll negate the first down run. It'll be first down and about 8, it looks like, here by the Sticks. So clock running, 8:19, 8:18 here, third quarter. Wildcats trying to bend but don't break.
Yeah, defense has just got to step up. You know, we talked about them pursuing the football. That's what you got to keep doing, because right now the Hinton Comets are breaking some tackles and going for extra yards.
Another handoff inside. Camden Maroney's there. A little stutter step leads to a miss. Great job there by the senior Maroney, breaking down, coming to fit. And that'll be a no gain. Well, actually a gain of, I guess, a yard or two. Looks like got a few on that. So that'll bring up second down and 6 here for the Comets.
Yeah, as he went to break down and try to make Camden miss, looked like his foot got caught in the
14-foot
forest grass that they have out there.
In the jungle. Bring your machete out here.
Yeah.
All right, so 2nd and 6, clock running, 7:32. A lot of running here on this particular set here for Coach Potter and the Comets. To the left of Taylor is right again. Taylor will keep it. He'll go up the middle. He's got a bunch of blockers, and he's patient, staying up, and that'll be a first down for the Comets all the way down to the Cashion 10-yard line.
Right now, I mean, all they're doing is just, they're staying patient, running the football, and that's what I was talking about. A lot of teams don't do that, just kind of stick to that game plan. That's what they've done. And with Cashion Wildcats being as thin as they are, it's just going to be they're going to have to dig deep, those boys up front. They've played a great game so far. They're going to have to dig deep, get through there, make some tackles, and stop them right here as they're deep in our territory.
So 1st and 10, 6:59, second quarter. 1st and goal, actually it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Another handoff to right back. The backfield is Branson, and that'll be a tackle for loss for the Cashion Wildcats. Credit, it looked like Seth Gilbert as well, so nice work there by the senior linebacker.
And that's where I was saying, sell out to stop the run. If that's all they're doing, dare them to throw the ball. Bring everybody you can into that box. Make them stop the run, or make them, make sure we can stop the run. And make them beat you through the air. That we've had a really good job by our defensive backs covering everybody man-to-man so far tonight.
That tackle was behind the line of scrimmage, yet it was considered no gain, so it'll stay 2nd and 10 from the 12. Clock running, 6:20. Wildcats hanging on to a 5-point lead. Taylor by himself will go ahead and keep it. Come back inside, and there's Preston Cotter. So nice work there by the Cashion D-line. Preston Cotter along with Jackson Vandruff. Little duo on that side. And that's a gain of 5. Wow. Actually, a gain of 3. Oh, sorry, 3rd and 7. So 4-down territory for sure. I don't think they're kicking field goals here. So the Wildcats need to bow up here.
And, this deep into their Cashion territory, you can kind of sell out, stop that run, because you don't need anybody over the top. Just want to make sure those crossing routes and those little tight end dump passes to the flats are covered, and make them run it up into the strength of our defense.
Taylor will keep it. Branson on the backside. Another extra hit there by Camden Maroney, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Big play right here. You get them stopped with them, having a big play all the way down. That tackle by Gump on that big play, that big long run play, is turning into a huge play.
Game saver.
Yep.
So 4th and 5, 5 minutes on the clock. Cashion Wildcat fans on their feet, screaming and helping their defense out. It's not much of an overstatement saying the play of the game right here is about to happen. Pistol formation, Jake Wright behind Levi Taylor.
They're going to try a slant pass right here, watch.
Back to pass, you're exactly right, Taylor. Slant pass is tipped,
and we have the ball got tipped. It got tipped. It shouldn't be a pass interference there, because when the ball is tipped, you can take that receiver out after the tip, and that's exactly what happened. The contact came after the tip.
It matters based on the catch when the pass was made. And they're going to call tip. So great job by the Cashion defense. Camden Maroney with the tip, and it's a turnover of downs. Cashion first down and 10.
All right, offense, here we go. You are backed up here on your side of the football field deep. Last time we did that, it was a safety. It looks like there is a flag by the Hinton Comets. I guess somebody said something over there. It's going to probably be an unsportsmanlike. It's going to give Cashion.
Yeah, it sure is. Unsportsmanlike conduct, another 15. So what would have been 1st and 10 from the 7 will be 1st and 10 from the 22 out of the shadows. And, partner, that is the best field position for the Wildcats in our last 6 possessions.
Well, let's take advantage. I mean,
Heck yeah.
You know, if we got the better field position that we've seen all game, let's take advantage. We've had some pretty bad field position to start every drive, and we've been able to move the ball down the field. Oof. Now, let's do that. Let's find those kids down the field. We've hit receivers in the hands down the field. Let's keep doing what we're doing. They're going to bring those in, and we're going to be able to keep moving the ball down the field.
Acord to the out to Gilbert. Great route running and great catch. Out of bounds. Ridiculous.
Little taking them out, you hit the sideline like that, but you play by the sideline, you get hit by the sideline. But once you go over, that play's got to stop.
It's got to stop. I agree. So big time throw and catch there from Acord to Seth Gilbert, enough for the first down. Clock running, 4:38. Timmy Jones coming in at running back. I'd like to see a little lead here with Timmy Jones leading Chance Acord on a run. Acord back to snap. He's going to go to his left. Roll out. He's going to hit Brown on the out. He's going to go up the field and out of bounds. We'll have another flag as Dagan Lloyd is on the ground. Not sure what happened here.
Let's watch and see what his initial.
Unsportsmanlike. It will go against the Hinton Comets. And that's on 55. They say that's his second or his first.
I'm not sure who the first one was on. I wasn't watching to see what the play was on the first one.
So Max Brown on the out gets the first down to the 32 or the 30-yard line, it looks like.
50 is going out of the game, so I don't know if it was that's his second.
That may be his second.
Or if he just – you don't have to go out on an illegal.
Well, if you have two unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, you're done. So the mark-off will move it all the way. So two huge penalties.
So that's a penalty that's assessed at the end of the run, so that's why you see it moved out so far. But, yeah, that's a huge penalty there. And I was kind of watching Max moving down the field and didn't see what happened there. But
so Dagan Lloyd is walking gingerly off. I think he was the brunt of that. Met the Grandpa Lloyd on my way out to the concession stand. Great family, awesome family, love them. So great supporters of Cashion football as well. So Cooper Frazee back at running back. To the right of Acord, shotgun, snap, back to pass, pressure's on, it'll screen, Frazee with the drop. It would have been a tough catch and run as number 5, Jake Wright, the junior, we've called his name a ton, in pursuit, and that one will fall incomplete.
Yeah, and you had Vandorf out in front, man, just driving a kid just like he was nothing, and Vandorf kind of stopped there. It looked like he had a catching a little cramp in his calf, but he shook that off. He's ready to go again.
All right, so it looks like Wildcats will reset. 17 seconds on the play clock. Clock stop on that incompletion at 4:19. Wildcats driving to the 46 here. Timmy Jones on the right of Chance Acord in shotgun. Back to pass, coming back on the out to Brown. Brown to the 50, breaks a tackle, sticks a leg, another stick leg on his feet to the 40. Ball's loose, out of bounds. Wildcat first down.
Anytime you were dancing across there and go to stick, go across the field, you got to secure that football. The whole time he was going there, he's throwing those hands out, trying to juke, and that ball floats around. You have to secure it because the whole time he was doing it, I was just thinking, don't get hit, the ball's going to come out, and sure enough, it did. But with that momentum of the football, it took it out of bounds. Great job otherwise by Max to make the best of that run.
So 4 minutes on the clock, 1st and 10 now on the Hinton side of the 38. Wildcats go ace-style with Brown. Blitz is on. Acord will keep it. He's got a lane. Should have stayed up the middle. We're going to have a flag here. Most likely a holding.
And it may have been a hold, but he got off the block and was able to tackle him, which is going to be a big penalty for the Cashion Wildcats.
That's unfortunate.
It'll back him up. It'll still be first down, but it'll be 1st and 20.
So after a big couple plays here by Brown on the outs as well as Gilbert.
I mean, you got to give number 65 credit, Jacob Bonnewell. He's going against one of our best linemen in Jackson Vandorf, and he was able to get off of him and make a tackle quickly on Chance Acord because he had a lane. I was thinking
I should have taken it.
A big run here, and he shut it down.
So with 1st and 20 here from the 46, Wildcats in shotgun. Acord back to pass. Cooper Frazee on the way. It's going to come back inside. Max Higdon with the slant and catch, protecting the ball, son. Yes, sir. Max Higdon, the sophomore, huge catch.
Hey, Max learned his lesson from that first half.
He did.
Once he got out there and started running the ball in that first half, he kind of had it out there floating around, and he fumbled the ball. That time covered with both hands and finished the run strong, but protected the ball, make sure he didn't fumble.
He did. He got a few extra there on the carry. So 2nd and 6 now, definitely manageable after the holding call. 3:34 on the clock. Acord back to pass again, looking to his left. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to pump. We're going to have another flag, another hold. And he's going to pay for it there as he gets a little extra love. And I got to appreciate number 11 for Hinton, Jack Brookshire. He's been kind of the good sportsman of the group, helping up guys as they come down. So another big holding call. Let's see if Coach Potter takes it. He will.
Because it's going to back him up. It's going to be another 20 yards, to get a first down. Because the hold was right there at, it was in the backfield about 5 yards.
So deja vu, 2nd and 26 again, it looks like. So or 18, I should say. So Wildcats back at the 46. Let's see if they go back to Higdon again.
I want to see him over here. Max has got somebody.
He does.
There's not really anybody over the top, and I don't think that safety could get over the top.
They may work a double move here, maybe a little out and up. You're right, partner. Blitz showing here. Acord in shotgun. Back to pass. He's looking at that right. Out and up. There it is. It's not there. He's going to let it go. Max Brown fighting for the ball. Goes up. Big time catch to the 10. 5. Touchdown. Max Brown on a 46-yard hookup. Put another one on the board, Wildcats.
Great job right there. You called it, man. It was going to be a double move. That's exactly what it was. The defensive back did a good job not biting, but he could not get back over there in time. Max caught the ball, was able to make a move, get to the end zone for the huge Wildcat touchdown. Chance took a shot as he threw the ball, but great job by Chance to deliver a great ball out there to give Max a chance to come down with it inbounds and go for the touchdown.
Big time, and you know what? You talked about, partner. Let that ball go. Chance, you throw a great ball. Let it go. Let your guy go up and get it. That time, Max Brown. He's been the guy all season for the Wildcats. Does it again and puts the Wildcats up 13-2. Out for the extra point. Brian Nabavi will keep it. He's going to look for a pass. Jump pass. It's picked off. So Brian Nabavi in his career is 0 for 1 on passes. And that extra point will be incomplete, as in high school football you cannot return. But nonetheless, the Wildcats up 13-2, and that 9-point lead is critical.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's a two possession lead right there, and with that, it kind of puts them in a position to where they've got to score twice, and they hadn't been really able to move the ball at all against our defense, and so that's a huge play. Here's the replay right here. You see Max Brown in there tight, does an out, and then he turns the corner, goes. Acord just delivers a dime to him, catches it right over the defender, is able to make somebody miss, gets to the end zone, and give Coach Hardaway a big high five down there and say, good job, Max Brown, getting to the end zone. Big time play right there by the Cashion Wildcats. You said 9-point lead. We got 11-point lead, and that's a huge lead in this ball game, the way both teams are kind of struggling on the offensive side of the football.
Amen.
Now defense, keep it up. I mean, you got the momentum. You keep that intensity up. You got the lead. Let's go. Let's win this ball game.
I love it.
And go to the playoffs.
Let's do it. So Wildcats up 13-2. 2:53 left here. That was a 80-yard drive. It was aided by a couple of penalties, but the Wildcats give it back with a couple of holding penalties, so all even on that. Wildcats again go in a couple minutes, go 80 yards, a 46-yard hookup from Acord to Brown. Fantastic.
And that comes after a great drive by Hinton, the best drive they put together all night long, all the way down to their own 7-yard line. And so great job by defense, not letting them get in the end zone, giving the offense a chance to go up 2 scores, and they took advantage.
Wildcats kicking off. It'll be Christensen, a little liner that's going to hit around the 20 and roll. It'll be number 10. Strong, he's still on his feet. He'll come across. Barrick Wano, we've called his name quite a bit on special teams. The freshman, Jake Branson, as well in the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10. Great return there by Braden Strong, bringing it all the way out to the Hinton 42-yard line.
Yeah, good return right there. I mean, the Hinton return team did a good job of locking up with a bunch of the Cashion guys that were down there first. And Strong did a good job of getting to the middle where they set up that return. Was able to get it out to about the 42-yard line, and that's where Hinton will start this drive. Defense got to keep doing what they're doing. Keep bringing that intensity, fly to the football, and make sure tackles, because the way they got down there in that last drive was missed tackles, really.
Yep, you're right.
And you got to fly to the football, it looks like the White Hats bringing them together, saying, "Hey guys, let's finish this game out clean." Yeah. And but I mean, from what I could tell, so far tonight, there's been some good sportsmanship on both sides of the football.
I agree. It's a big game. It's senior night for them as well. A lot of emotion involved here.
They're in the same situation we are. They lose, they're not going to the playoffs.
Taylor in shotgun. Rodman back to pass on the jet sweep. He's going to roll out. It's coming up. Pursuit's there. Nice job by the Cashion defense. And great coverage by Carson Gump on that right side at corner, making Levi Taylor have to tuck, and that'll be a tackle for loss.
Carson Gump coming in for Kai Gilbert, a sophomore, coming into this ballgame in a huge spot, putting him in a position where he's having a man up against one of their best receivers. He's done a great job staying step for step. That time, Taylor looked down the field, saw he wasn't open. He had to pull it down and gave time for the Cashion Wildcat defense to swarm the quarterback and get a big sack.
So 2:15, third quarter, second and 13 for the Hinton Comets. Taylor will hand it off, coming out to the edge. He's got a blocker. Brown's going to try to keep him inside. He does. Knocks him out of bounds. Great job by Max Brown, flexing out, stretching that play out. He had a blocker right in front of him, and it's a short gain.
Yeah, I mean, it was
it's a 5-yard
game, but, you had them backed up on that second down. Right. But great job right there by Max. Like you said, I talked about it earlier. You want to come in flying when you got that big guy out in front. Blow him up, let your guy come in and clean up the play. But Max did a great job of keeping him from getting that edge, turning around the corner, and getting big yardage. Only picked up 5 yards.
All right, so number 21's checked in here. That's Trevor Rodman. He'll be to the, looks like to the left of Levi Taylor, senior quarterback, 5'10", 165.
Need to get to the quarterback right here. They're going to try to pass the ball.
Backside pursuit. Jackson Vandriff, big deep pass. Falls incomplete. We're going to have a pass interference.
They are going to call pass interference.
It looks like Gump just fell down.
Yeah, and really what happened there was I think Gump was trying to turn around and find the ball, gets caught up with the receiver, and they're going to call pass interference. I mean, that's better than him catching it going for a touchdown, though.
Yeah. So it looks like
some of the Cashion fans aren't happy with the call, but I can see where they're calling that a pass interference.
So that bails out, in essence, that penalty will bail out the Hinton Comets as the ball will move into Cashion territory. So with 1:19 here in the third quarter, it'll be first down and 10 from the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. Comets back out there with Taylor. Looks like Jake Wright is taking some time off to get a breather, and it leaves Trevor Rodman in the backfield in the deep pistol. Let's see if they try to come back here after Gump again, as number 22 Clifton Craighead is on him. Back to pass is Taylor. He's going to look to his right. Out is there. Great job by Max Brown on the break. Dangerous if he doesn't get it.
Yeah, Max Brown broke on that ball better than the receiver did. He just couldn't get both hands up there and bring that ball in. He did knock it down. You said it's dangerous because if he misses that right there, that's catch and score for the Hinton Comets. But he got out there, got it knocked down. Great play by Max Brown.
Max knew what he was doing.
He had no worries.
What's Brown done for you? He's done a lot. All right, so second and 10, clock stops on the incompletion, 1:15 on the clock. Handoff inside, big hole. Goodness
Massive
gracious. Coming back outside, and give credit to Jake Wright on a big run. He had sat out the last couple plays. He rested enough and came in, and it'll be first down and 10 from the 10.
Yeah, that time just had a massive hole. Looked like Camden came on a blitz, I think, maybe. And just when you come on blitzes like that and
14.
And it's just not in the right spot, there's opportunities for that right there. And Hinton had the right play call on that just to have a huge, massive hole there. Great job by Max and the other boys to get there and stop him from getting in the end zone, make him earn this touchdown. Every second in this game is going to count with the 2-score lead. Getting that tackle right there is huge.
So with 55 seconds, clock running, first and 10 from the 14. Right behind Taylor, most likely another handoff to him. It will be. He'll look for that same hole, but nothing going that time, as Jake Branson was the first there to meet him, and then you had Camden Maroney. Looked like you had Timmy Jones, among others there, Cooper Frazee, and it'll be a short gain.
Yeah, great job by, I think that was Branson, the first one there.
He's been the first one all day.
And he's there, and he may not be making that tackle, but he's holding on long enough to have that pursuit that I was talking about, get there and clean it up.
Yeah, amen. Clock running, 20 seconds, probably last play here of the third quarter. Second and 9, that was a gain of 1 there for Jake Wright. Most likely a Levi Taylor keeper here on this one. Let's see what happens and what Coach Potter draws up.
they're gonna get offsides right here. The receiver out here took
He did
off.
false start. He sure did. Sure did. That was number 22. How did you even see that through the wall?
I've got X-ray vision.
Oh, my gosh. Don't tell your kids. Goodness gracious. Don't tell your family. Wow. Clifton Craig had a huge penalty
What
there.
I saw was the kid's reaction and the flag, so I knew it was him that jumped
deductive
off.
skills. That's all right. You're a smart guy. So that will be the end of the third quarter, and that put your fours up if you're at home. As the Wildcats up 9, 13-2. We'll take a timeout. It's been an exciting game. Come on back.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Okay, well, I'm going for Burns Flat.
We're on. You're going.
Hey, welcome back. We got a little fight. It moved from intimate to confrontational here in the match box that is our press box over here.
Hey, y'all miss out on the best conversations
in
between.
You do.
With Lane in the box with us, so it's great. Good times.
We got a lot of good folks up here. All right, so fourth quarter, folks. 12 minutes on the clock. 12 minutes to the playoffs. 2nd and 14 from the 15-yard line. Taylor and Ryder in the backfield. Most likely one of those two guys carrying. Let's see if they go past. It'll be a keeper by Taylor, and look who it is. It's our man, Gilbert. Seth Gilbert has been fantastic today. Comes up from that overhang linebacker position, gets the stop, and that'll bring up 3rd and 15 on the TFL. So Jake Wright will head to the sideline. That'll bring in a change of formation as number 21, Trevor Rodman, comes in. He's more of their jet sweep kind of guy at running back. Let's see if they split him out, maybe go empty.
When you got your defensive backs playing like they are, manning up and running step for step with receivers, that's when you can have the opportunity to bring as many people as we're bringing to stop the run, and it's working right now. Cashion Wildcats need to keep this intensity up, keep bringing it to the Comets, and finish this game strong. Looks like there's going to be a timeout. Cashion here.
Yeah, so empty set. Coach Wood and Coach Shack didn't like the alignment. Again, a big 2 plays. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Comets from the 17 of Cashion. 11:16 on the clock. If they go empty again, do you send the house after him? Do you let him sit in the pocket, let him try to throw the ball?
I said, when they had the interference call, I said they're about to pass this ball. Let's get to him. I say you bring the house. He hasn't been 100% accurate all night long. You make him make a great pass on the run. You bring the house, you try to stop the run or try to get to that quarterback and get a sack and back him up even more for a 4th down play.
Yep. Love it. Again, thank you guys for joining us all season, this season. I appreciate you making the Cashion Wildcats TV the #1 Squirtle high school streaming service in the state. Again, well over almost 500,000.
You said earlier Grandpa Lloyd. It's Grandpa Adams.
Grandpa Adams.
Hey, and he's a bad man.
He's a bad
man.
Well, no, I met Grandpa Lloyd too. I met him, but Grandpa Adams is a bad dude too. We love Grandpa Adams.
That was Chris Cochran trying to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so 3rd and 15, 11:16 on the clock. After the timeout by the Wildcat defense, Coach Wood imploring his defense to get another stop. Empty backfield here for Levi Taylor. Bunch formation on the right. Heavy set here. Let's see what happens. Back to pass. Keeper rolling out. In the air. It's blocked down. Great job. Jackson Vandruff and Preston Cotter baited him. Said, son, go for it. Nowhere to go. Levi Taylor throws one up. It gets knocked down.
I was watching Coach Wood down here right before the play. He was telling Vandruff, hold off. Because it looked like he was coming at first. Coach Wood said hold off. He dropped into coverage a little bit, saw the quarterback rolling to his left. Then he came up, put those big balls up, and knocked that ball down for a fourth down and long here for the Comets.
Broken record. We've talked about this. Now this is the biggest play of the game. The Cashion Wildcat defense need to bow up here. 4th and 15. Clock stops 11-12. Fourth quarter. Taylor in the backfield with him is number 4. That is Hunter Helms, Jr. Back to pass. Pressure's on across the middle. Broken up.
And they're going to call that is. He got there just a hair early. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's exactly what happened. Cooper come across there to try to break that pass up. He had a great jump. He just got there just a half a second early, and it was a pass interference. It's not going to be a first down.
Nope.
It's not automatic first down. It will be 10 yards, but the Comets are going to have a chance. With it being about it'll be about 4th and 6.
With half the distance, so the mark-off. So unlike college and professional football, it is not an automatic first down. They'll mark off the 15 since it was inside the 15. In essence, it's half the distance.
So it's about
4th and 8. About 4th and 8. Yeah, 4th and 7, 4th and 8. So another big stop opportunity here. So good for Frazee on that, right? Doesn't give up the touchdown.
I mean, he had an opening.
Yeah,
he was open for a second. Cooper was breaking great on the ball. You want to just see him go in and knock that ball down. Don't go through the receiver. But I think he had to go through the receiver to get the ball. So a good play by Cooper.
All right, 4th and 8. Double back set. Actually, rolling up. It's Jake Wright to the left. Back to pass is Taylor looking to his left, to his right. He's pressured. Going to roll up. He's going to try to run for it.
We're going to get him.
Let's see if it's going to be short. Will it be enough for the first down?
It'll
be short. Wildcats get the stop. Turnover of downs. The defense comes through again.
Again, right there on the – I mean, you couldn't get any closer to getting a first down than the Hinton Comets did right there. And that puts us, though, back on that 2-yard line.
Hey, let's get an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yeah, we need to get us out of the shadow, get us another unsportsmanship. But I don't think the Hinton Comets know the importance of this right here, and they're not going to do anything to compromise that. But right here, backed up, you want to be careful. Don't stay in that end zone very long if you're a chance. If it's a pass play, get rid of it quick. If it's a run play, let's get going forward, get out of the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 4-yard line here. The Wildcats again in horrific field position. Give credit to the defense holding up. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap. Acord will keep it. He's going to try to go to the left side. He's not going to get much. And he may have even lost a couple there. So
he lost one. It's going to be on the foot-yard line right here. Let's see if they change it up and don't try to run out of the end zone. Let's throw it down the field.
I'd say a little throw, yeah.
But what the coaches are thinking is you don't.
No, don't take it. You got Max Brown aced out.
Yeah, you don't want to get an interception down this far, but you don't want to get a safety either.
Frazee with the keeper. He's
and he got about a yard on that, so we're all right there.
All right, they'll bring up 3rd and long here. The Wildcats get it to about the 2-yard line. Looks like the scoreboard is definitely off a couple downs. We're a little bit faster than them, but
I'm not sure why the clock has stopped.
We have I think they're trying to get. I don't know. We've got a lot of cars parked around, and their lights are on, so that is a case sometimes. Yeah, so I guess
and we got 3rd and 4th graders playing football down there. I guess they're saying scoot back a little bit.
All right, so with 10:15,
gotta love the small town football, baby.
Small
I
town.
love it.
Clock 10:15, 4th quarter, 3rd down and 12 here. Acord in shotgun. Cooper Frazee in the back. We got Seth Gilbert aced out by himself all the way across the field. We got Max Brown, press coverage.
Somebody over the top of Max.
Pressure's on. Loose ball. Acord keeps it. Get out of the end zone. There's going
to be a safety, another safety.
So tough snap there as Acord had to move out of the pocket to go get it.
We're still up by 2 touchdowns though, even with the not 2 touchdowns, but 2 possessions.
Yeah.
Even with the safety here, because now it's going to be 4-2-13.
Yep.
But man, that snap just was a little bit off. Chance wasn't able to get it down and move. And, man, he's lucky he was able to pick that ball up, because if it kind of stayed down there on the ground for longer than I wanted to see it. And, the longer it's down there, I was just praying that a Comet wasn't going to jump on it in the end zone. Luckily, Chance picked it up. He wasn't able to get out of the end zone. So 13-4, we're going to be kicking off from our own 20. We've already seen this once in this game. Man, defense, here we go. You know, they had the huge stop there. Don't let them in the end zone. Offense really couldn't get anything going off of the doorstep of their own goal line. And now we're kicking off from our 20. We've got to do, you know, like we did the last time we did this, kick it deep, get down there, get them on their side of the football field and make them earn every inch all the way down the field and let that clock keep running.
Well, the Hinton Comets will definitely, if they even just fair catch, are going to have another outstanding start at field position, which has been phenomenal this entire game. Wildcats deep. Christensen with the kickoff from the 20. Deep will be number 22, Clifton Craighead, most likely the intended receiver, possibly number 21, Trevor Rodman. They'll go sideline to Craighead. Actually, it'll be Rodman in the air at the 38. He's going to come back to the middle. And he's going to get tackled by his own player right before midfield as he tried to cut through. That's that high grass. You know, we tell the groundskeeper here, mow that short. That guy's going to be able to keep his footing.
He gets it on the edge. I mean, he had an edge over there.
He did.
If 14 wouldn't have backed up and tackled him for us, that would have been a huge return for the Comets. Luckily, we had help, brought him down, still on Comet side of the football. So now defense, right? Keep it up. Defense has done a great job keeping them out of the end zone this entire game. Even with some of the big runs that we've seen from them in the second half, we've had a great job pursuing the football, getting them down before they get in the end zone. Now let's go. Keep it up. Intensity. Let's go.
We'll go with that turnover, too. So 1st and 10 from the 48. Single or empty set here in motion is Craighead coming down across the middle.
Turn around. Oh, he didn't touch him. Is that a face guarding? Is that what they're saying?
He didn't touch it. No, you can face guard in high school.
You can face guard in high school. He never touched him, just had his hands up where the ball, hit the back of Camden before it hit the receiver.
It's a tough call. I agree, partner. It's a tough call. I don't think he made a whole lot of contact. If 40 would have come back for the ball, I could see it, but I don't think he did.
No, I don't either, but they called it. Here we go, 1st and 10. Camden did a good job of at least staying with him because that could have been a huge play.
You're right.
Very, very disciplined there by Camden to stay with that receiver there, just coming out off the line, kind of a tight end pop pass.
So 9:51 on the clock, fourth quarter, hitting into Cashion territory. Empty set again, same look here, jet sweep. Taylor will keep it, crashing down is Branson. Coming from the backside is
Cotter.
Nice work there by Cotter on the backside, but give credit to Jake Branson, blowing that up from the beginning. And that'll be a short gain, I guess, about 2 yards. Actually 1 yard, so bring up 2nd and 9.
Good job by Jake. And you kind of hear, I heard some of the crowd saying, Holden, what he did, he came through there. The lineman just kind of grabbed him, threw him to the ground. But Preston, it slowed the ball carrier up enough. Preston was able to come around that edge and chase him down from the backside.
All right, 2nd and 9, rolling clock, 9:16, fourth quarter. For all the marbles here for the Wildcats versus the Wildcats. The pressure's on. Vandruff in pressure out in the flats. We are going to have a holding call here.
That is going to be a hold that time. And
Vandruff is down.
They went straight for Vandruff's knees on that block. And I don't know if it'll be on the hold on Jake or will it be a chop block on Vandruff. So that's going to be a huge penalty against.
So it'll be 15 from the 40. So that'll negate the completion out to number 21, Trevor Rodman from Levi Taylor, which would have been pretty close to a first down.
Yeah, it would. I think it's going to be about I want to say almost a 30-yard swing of where the ball would have been.
I guess it's only 10 yard. So with the chop block call there against number 40, I believe that was great and divining. That's a high-low type of situation. It'll be at the 50-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 22. Again, empty backfield again here for Levi Taylor. We'll see if they run a jet sweep motion here with Trevor Rodman. They don't. They'll go empty. Jackson Vandruff on the delay. Going deep. Gump in coverage.
No throw the flag. And that's fine. I mean, he did get to him before the ball got there, took him down. But I'd much rather that happen right there because it's going to be 2nd and still 2nd and 15 or 2nd and
17.
17.
No, 15 yards, that'll be 12. 7.
That's a 10-yard penalty, right?
No, pass interference, 15. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
Okay, but still, 2nd and 7. and not a touchdown, because he doesn't tackle him right there before the ball gets there.
Yep.
That dude's catching it in stride going to the end zone.
Agreed. All right, so here we go again. 2nd and 7 after the mark-off.
Third second down play of the drive.
8:54, ran a few seconds off. Again, empty set again for Taylor. Let's see if he goes back to pass again. Maybe he keeps it this time. He's going to pass it a little out. It'll dump into 21, Rodman. He's going to try to get the outside. Cooper Frazee in pursuit, eventually pushed out by Max Brown. That'll be enough, it looks like, for a first down.
And finally, the Hinton Comets coaches are seeing they're selling out to stop the run. We're backed off a little bit, and they're just doing some short passes trying to work their way down to the goal line.
Yeah, maybe a zone blitz time here for Coach Wood and the group. So 8:44 running clock, fourth quarter, first down and 10 from the 25 this time.
Dangerous thing about those zone blitz is the way our defense is set up. If they hit the right hole, they could go another big run.
Empty backfield. Looks like another pass here for Taylor. He's going to roll to his right, another out.
It's going to be a
hits his man. We do have a flag on the play. So it looks like my man Chris Gibson has it right for you.
Yeah, there was a hold there on the defense.
Oh, they're going to waive it.
All right, or not. I thought I saw the hold, and the guy come in initially said a hold.
I don't know how you throw the flag and then say there wasn't one, but hey. So with the gain on the out to Trevor Rodman, the completion, that'll bring up second down, a big gain of about 8, bring up second down and 2, actually second and 4.
Now defensive back step up 25. Right here. Let's get an interception. They're going to throw the ball around that they're not used to doing. Let's get a pick right here.
A little come back. Jake Branson in pursuit from the backside. A little bent backwards. Taylor pays for it. He gets the first down, though. Give credit to Preston Cotter and Jake Branson. And that'll be a first down and 10. So with 8:09 on the clock, Hinton's in deep in Cashion territory again.
Yeah, Cashion
14.
Defense, just kind of familiar territory. I don't like to say it when we're that far back in our own on our own side of the football field. But we've been very good down here with what we're doing. Keep it up. They're going to they're trying to throw the ball. I mean, that's what we're kind of giving them, right? That's what you want. That's what we're want them to do. And now let's step up and make a play on the defensive side of the ball and get an interception.
Taylor, pursuit, Cotter, with a big hit, fumble, get on the ball, scoop and go. Cameron Maroney, recasting football. It should be. Give it to Sierra umpire. Give it to us. Yes, sir. Preston Cotter, backside pursuit with a hammer, dropping on the quarterback, Levi Taylor. Big time play by the Cashion defense. Coach Wood, give yourself a high five.
Preston Cotter and Jackson Bender, they've been this close. Yes. I don't know how many times I get into that quarterback. That time Preston was able to get there. He brought the hammer, like you said, on the football. Ball comes out. Cameron Maroney's so close to picking up, scooping, and scoring. I don't care.
I think everything in his power.
Yeah.
And again, it is Ironman football for the Wildcats. Guys going both ways, 3 ways, 6 ways, whatever. They got guys.
Nobody on Cooper right here. Let's see if they don't get the ball to him quick and let him just eat some yards up.
So Acord in shotgun. Coach Shackelford sees it as well as he gets the call in. Back to pass as Acord comes back on the screen. Frazee looking for the block the outside. Trying to. Max Brown lets up. Son, keep your block on. Help your teammate out.
Just stay in contact.
Yep.
Stay in contact. Drive your
feet. As long as
feet.
he's driving him forward.
Yeah, drive your feet, and they won't call a hold.
Yep.
Because if you drive him out of bounds to the sideline, Cooper's going to be able to cut off that and take it up for big yardage.
So that's a gain of 2. Wildcats in possession here at the 30. So
now they're going to move back into that press coverage where we've seen, in this third quarter a lot of.
7:04 running clock. Acord back to pass. He's going to flush out to his right. We'll just throw it away. Oh, goodness. That should be pass interference. Hinton goes up. He gets hit at his knees as number 11, Jake Brookshire. The Wildcat fans agree with us.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, whenever we got those pass interference calls, it's because we made contact with them before the ball got there. That time, Max went up. His feet were taken out from under him. He came down, wasn't given the opportunity to catch the ball.
Yeah.
And but I guess the official didn't see it like we saw it. We've got laser vision from over here. He was right in front of it. But
absolutely.
Now, here we go, third down. Big play right here. We're going to get pick up a first down, keep burning this clock.
Heck yeah. Acord in shotgun, 3rd and 8, back to pass, looking for the wheel
right
for
got him.
Coming across the middle. Oh, he had Max Brown. You're right, Chance knows it. He shorted that one. Max Brown in between the zone had beaten his man, number 10. Braden Strong, and it'll be punt time for the Wildcats. But, hey, you know what? We're able to, get the turnover, run a little bit of clock. So with 6:53, the Wildcats do stop it on the incompletion, and we'll be punting back to the Hinton Comets.
I mean, I looked back at Chance, and he was just head in his hands, knew he missed Max Brown wide open right there. I think what he did is just kind of threw off that back foot and just didn't step into the throw. He'll learn from that, and the next time he's going to step in there and hit Max for big yardage.
Good punt.
Oh, get the ball!
Get the ball! Loose ball! Oh, goodness.
Sorry, we're yelling in your ear, but, man, every possession is so big right
Trevor
now.
Rodman sees the rolling ball. That's a big no-no as Barrick Wano was in pursuit, tries to scoop it up off the 6-inch grass or the 4-foot grass.
Right
Fortunately for
what
him,
I want to see Wano do right there, as soon as he touches that ball, you blow him
up. Absolutely.
And you let whoever's coming in
to come get
the
I
ball.
Totally agree with you, partner. And Wano, a freshman, he's definitely learned. He's been fantastic on special teams all season. So with 6:45,
they're going to try to throw the ball. They've had a little success throwing the ball. I'm telling you what we're going to see. You may see like Jackson Vantiff drop into coverage, trying to catch somebody. Try to catch them, trying to get something out in the flats and not expect him there. Watch some of those plays like that as they're going to start having to throw the ball some to get 2 scores here in this game before
Taylor
it's
back
over.
to pass, looking for that double move out and up. Cooper Frazee in coverage, looking for it. Nice job by Frazee getting his hips turned, good looking back, drives the receiver out of bounds, and that falls incomplete.
Yeah, good job right there by Frazee, just running with him, staying step for step, and that ball would have had to have been delivered perfectly for that to be a completion. A great job by Cooper.
So
it looks like Minko is pulling away from Crescent. Well, maybe not.
No.
It's still a 10-point game.
42-32.
42-32. We were just pulling up Squirtle. If you don't have the Squirtle app, you better get it
big,
right now.
Big dummy. 6:39, clock stops, 2nd and 10. Wildcats showing pressure. They come back, handoff to Wright. He's going to try to get to the outside. Gump is out there as well as Brown.
Keep him in bounds. Keep that clock
Looks like
running.
he does step out of bounds. Looks like it will be close to a first down. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, that time they just kind of student potty left over there, had some lead blockers. Max was able to keep him from getting the edge, but they were just eating up yards as he worked out of bounds and was able to get about 9 on the play.
Yeah. So 3rd and 1 from the 33, 6:34 stop clock there going out of bounds. Hinton has all 3 timeouts. Taylor with the ball, he'll keep it. Looked like we had some motion, some movement, no call, and that'll be enough for the first down for the Hinton Comets.
Yeah, right there with the way the Hinton Comets were lined up out there. They had this receiver all the way out, and he kind of started before. If you heard some of the coaches saying he left early, but I saw Shaq coaching up Gump right after that play, saying you got to have that inside position. If he gets inside there on you, it could be a big play.
All right, so clock at 6:29 here. 4th quarter, 1st and 10 from the 47. 2 first downs here for the Comets. As they've been, or 1 first down. They're looking to pass. Going to go deep. Gump in coverage. Coming back, and we'll have a pass interference.
Hey, and that's, I'm telling you, that is okay. I am perfectly fine with that. I mean, you want Gump to get back there and be able to knock that ball down, but that is a pass interference penalty right there by Gump. You see some of our fans are saying, what the heck? But the kid is doing a good job doing everything he can.
Yep.
When you're out on an island like that, sometimes the best play you can make is a pass interference.
Totally
call.
agree, especially in this situation. Make them earn it.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10, this time now in Cashion territory at the 38 after the mark-off. Coach, looks like Coach is going to make a little switch here as Gilbert's now going to come over to 22. Let's see if they try to go back to Brown. Looks like they've moved Gump to safety now. So let's see what happens here. Single back set now is Wright with Taylor. They're going to go ahead and give him the ball left side. He's got a small lane. He's going to get tripped up. Nice job there by Camden Maroney, it looks like. He was the closest guy in the vicinity.
Yeah, Camden, he did what I was talking about. You know, there was a lead blocker out there. All he did was come up and make a pile and fly in there and be physical, and he was able to cause the runner to come down.
All right, so gain of 4 there for Jake Wright, junior running back, 5'10", 190. Single actually empty for Levi Taylor here in shotgun. Let's see if it's either a keeper or another big long pass. He looks like he's going to go try to the out. Cooper Frazee there. Nice job by Frazee on the breakup. And that'll be incompletion, 3rd down.
Yeah, and that time Cooper gets there in perfect timing. The ball hit right in his hands, and Cooper was there to make the hit. The ball comes tumbling out. Now it's a big third down play here for the Cashion Wildcats.
All right, so 3rd and 6. 4-down territory for sure here on senior night in Hinton, Oklahoma.
Now, we've seen them in this position earlier where it got to 4th down, they punted.
Yeah.
They're down 2 scores right now. They're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, no punts.
Punt time's over.
All right, so Taylor in shotgun by himself. Back to pass. Pressure, screen out the outside. Falls incomplete. Preston Cotter was out there as well as Carson Gump. Intended receiver was number 11, Jack Brookshire. A little short on that one as Taylor was feeling the pressure, and it's 4th down.
Now you know, Hinton coaches got to see we're dropping everybody back in coverage now. Trying to stop that pass. Let's see if they see that and try to use their power run game to try to pick this first down. It kind of surprise the Wildcats.
Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to be Levi Taylor keeping it. They've run Rodman in that jet sweep formation a few times. So big down, we've said it, biggest down of the game. 4th and 6, 5:43 back to pass. Across the middle, left hand, it's another turnover of downs. Cashion Wildcat defense bends, don't break. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 36.
And you see Coach Cocker down here on the sideline fired up. Those players out there earned that right there, that turnover downs. A great job by the defense, dropping back in coverage. And like I said, you had Gump with the pass interference.
Yep.
That may have been the biggest play of the game. I mean, but it was a great play by him because he was beat deep, got back there, at least kept him from catching it for the touchdown, and gave his Cashion Wildcat teammates and himself a chance to stop him. And they got that turnover on downs, put the ball back in the hands of Cashion Wildcats. Now let's go down there, score another touchdown,
let's do it.
And pretty much put this game to bed.
I like that plan. Pistol look here for Branson and Acord. Branson cuts back up, drops his shoulder pads, gets a solid 2. Nice work there by the Wildcats. And I like Branson in the pistol getting a little bit of speed going downhill.
A little bit of speed going downhill. The Cashion Wildcats have a little pep in their step because they know they just got a big momentum right there, have the momentum. Now let's see if we can get some run game because they're kind of backed up and they're keeping us from running it or passing it. Now let's see if we can take advantage. If we can get a big run play here, we may have a chance to make another big pass.
2nd and 8, 5 minutes here, 4th quarter. Wildcats going to use every second they can. Max Brown aced out on number 10 by himself. That's Braden Strong on our short side. Back handoff, Branson. He's going to be met in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of about 2. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, you have I think that's Max Higdon in there tight end, and he just couldn't keep the defensive end there at bay, and he was able to get off of him and come in and put a big hit on Branson. And this time he's pointing at his head. Let's hope Branson's okay. It's the second time he's been down.
Tough
He's
kid.
done a great job coming back in. He's been in on lots and lots of tackles. He's been able to get there first, like we said, on the defense multiple times. Even if he didn't get the tackle, we held on long enough for the defense to really get there and clean up. And let's hope he's okay out here. I mean, he's moving around, but, man, he was just kind of pointing at his head like something ain't right. So let's go to a quick timeout and we'll be back after this.
All right, welcome back to Hinton, Oklahoma. Wildcats here, Cashion Wildcat Football 2022. Appreciate you guys joining. Neiman and Bobby. Chris Gibson bringing you out tonight's action here. Senior night in Hinton. Wildcats and the Comets fighting for a playoff spot tonight. It's do or die as Jake Branson was going to be helped off the field.
Oh, I thought he was pointing at his head, but I think it must be, last year he hurt his ankle real bad and had to have multiple surgeries in the offseason. And let's hope that's not the same, same foot.
Jake's been fantastic today in the back half of the season for sure. At linebacker, one of the leading tacklers for the Wildcats. As Heath and Coach Cochran will bring him over to the table. So in the backfield is Cooper Frazee. So we've got aces out. Max protect, 12 personnel, couple tight ends. Coach Lane Broadbent's giving us a signal here. Bat snap. Acord is going to just let it go deep. Going up. It'll be intended for Max Brown, and that'll be 4th down. So I'm not sure. It looks like they weren't sure on the snap, and it looks like that will fall incomplete. Max actually had a chance on what would be a busted play. And so with 4:30, clock stops. It'll be punt time for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what happened there. I think there was a lot of confusion on that. The players are kind of pointing at one of the officials saying was there an inadvertent whistle or something. But, man, because it was just like nobody, there's only about half the field really started to play. So I don't know what was going on there.
All right, so Wildcats back to punt again. It'll be the defense's turn to have to go out there and put the Superman cape on. Offsides, I don't know if they're going to call it. They won't. Pressure was on. End-over-end kick. The punt will hit right around the 40, run sideways, and Barrackwana will run it dead at the 39. Will be 1st down and 10.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened on that third play down, but whatever happened, it happened. It's 4th down. We get the punt off. Now let's go down here and play defense. Keep doing what you're doing. The time is of the essence for the Hinton Comets. 4:22 left to play in this 4th quarter. Defense, if you just keep doing what you're doing, making them earn every yard that they're getting, we're going to be able to kind of milk this clock down. Don't let them have the big play. Keep the ball. Keep those receivers in front of you. They get behind you. Do what Max did earlier. I don't like pass interferences, but I don't like big touchdowns either.
The out comes out to number 21, Trevor Rodman. That'll be complete. It'll stop the clock. The Comets do have all 3 timeouts left, down 9, 13-4. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 here from about the 43-yard line. Again, the Comets have had amazing field position the entire game. Wildcat defense working back. A lot of guys in and out, different spots. Again, that's empty formation here for Levi Taylor. He'll go back to pass. He's going to look for the double move. Going to go across the middle. Good job. No one fooled on that one. Cooper Frazee coming over from safety. And guess who? Jackson Vandruff in coverage as well.
I told you they're going to drop him back in coverage. And that a lot of times when you're used to a guy rushing that corner or coming up to set the edge and he falls back in coverage, it could surprise the quarterback and throw it right in the hands of somebody doing that. And let's see if we can't get one of those now. They're kind of used to him dropping back. We're dropping a lot of kids back. Like I said, when that happens, look out for a run or something to kind of catch them off guard, being 3rd down. But they're not lining up any kind of running back there, so it's going to be throw the ball down the field or keep it up the middle.
So 3rd and 7, clock stop, 4:11 with incompletion. Taylor back to pass again, pressure's on. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll out. Hinton! Max Hinton, the sophomore, opposite side, TFL sophomore. Yes, sir!
Great job on Max coming off the edge. He's in there because Branson went out. A kid that gets an opportunity, gets in there. Great pursuit. The quarterback took too long to get rid of the ball, and Max took advantage, got to him, brought him down for the huge sack here in the 4th quarter.
Great pursuit by the sophomore off the backside. Great engine. 4th and 15. Taylor in shotgun. It's going to be a big play again for the Wildcats. He's going to let it go. He's going to throw as deep as he can. Nobody there. Another turnover of downs. Seth Gilbert in coverage against number 22, Clifton Craighead. And the Wildcats, with their best field position all night, will take over 1st and 10 with 3:31 in the 4th quarter from the 42.
My keys to the game. I'm just going to put.
You do it. You do it.
Props, right?
On the back, baby. That's right.
Stop the run, and then our DBs. I called them out, right? DBs man up.
Yep, that's right.
Them dudes have manned up tonight. They did a great job. And that series right there is kind of indicative of how they've played this whole game. Great job, guys. Give props to those defensive backs. Give props to our defensive line going up against a huge front to be able to stop that run and really make them go one-dimensional here in this 4th quarter.
2-by-2 for the Wildcats. Timmy Jones, a sophomore in the backfield, in for the injured Tommy Branson. Low snap. Acord will keep it. Keep it, son. Just run.
Run with it.
Just run with it. He tucks it. Gets the outside. Stay in bounds. All right, so he's getting some coaching from us as he's playing, but great job there by Chance Acord.
He can hear us, right?
I need to stay with play-by-play and not coaching, but nonetheless, good job by Acord. Great decision, rolling to his left. He gets 5. The clock does stop, and so that'll bring up 2nd and 5. 3:24 on the clock. I know we don't have a clock on our scoreboard. That's what you get with us. If you want to help us out, come on out. We'd love to have a third person in the production crew.
Tishner just texted me about 5 minutes ago said Minko was up 42-32 with 2 minutes left, and Minko has the ball.
Goodness. So. Big evening tonight here in District A3. Acord back to pass to his right. He's going to look back to his left.
There he is right there.
He's got a chance to keep it. Roll with it, son. He'll throw it up. Higdon up top. Dangerous pass. We will have a flag on the play.
I have a feeling it's going to be illegal man downfield. As you go, as the quarterback starts rolling out there, the offensive line starts kind of leaking down the field. Maybe an offensive penalty of illegal man downfield. But Jackson Vandorf was pointing towards Hinton.
So it is holding. Actually, it's defensive holding.
Defensive holding.
We'll take it.
I'll take that.
We'll take it. Absolutely. So big-time call here with 3:17 left. That'll be a first down for the Wildcats as it's now deeper into Hinton territory. It looks like right around the 16. So the Wildcats taking over with about right under 4 minutes from the 36. A little run play there by Chance Acord picks up 5. The second play is a defensive holding. And so Wildcats will reset back up. 1st and 10 from the 16. 3:17 on the clock. We'll see what happens with the Wildcat offense here. Acord back to pass. He's going to keep. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to get a great block. Keep it.
Run. Turn it up and go.
Stay in bounds, son. So he'll run that one out of bounds. That will stop the clock.
Yeah, and Chance, this is a learning moment right here in tape tomorrow or in, Sunday whenever they get in the film room of, well, you're up, you've got that lead, you've got room to run. Let's get those yards, stay in bounds, and let that clock run down.
Yeah, he doesn't have to slide. He can just fall forward.
Yeah.
Hey, true. Lane Brogan just offered up. We got to get points for district play.
We get it. We get it.
We got to win this ball game.
But I get it. Back to pass, Acord. He'll come up. Looks like he's going to be stopped and thrown down for a small loss there. We'll have a flag at the end of the play. Let's see if Jackson Vandorf does not look or Preston Cotter doesn't look happy here.
It's going to be something. He was pointing there at Camden Maroney. I don't know if something was said or somebody was hit after the fumble. But it is going to be on the Cashion Wildcats. And so, more than likely, unsportsmanlike is going to be the penalty, I have a feeling.
You guys are worried about points. I'm worried about the game and the win. So the penalty is a big one, and it's after the play, I believe. If it's after the play, the Wildcats will lose it down in essence. And so with the mark-off, it's going to be –
It was just a 10-yard mark-off. So what was the penalty? Did y'all see? Blocking the back. Okay. So
all right. So with that, it'll still be second down. It looks like the Comets will take a timeout as that would have continued to run the clock. So we'll take a timeout ourselves. Be right back in 30 seconds.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Welcome back. Wildcats versus the Comets, 4th quarter. Wildcats driving here, 2nd and 16, up 13-4. Appreciate you all joining us tonight. It's been a good one here on senior night from Hinton, Oklahoma. Chance Acord has had a great day, looking to get the Wildcats another score. Back to pass. He's got the slant. Gilbert had a hand on it. I think he saw 22 in his vision. Came up short, kind of the alligator arm to that one, and that one will fall incomplete. That will stop the clock after the timeout. So with 3 minutes left, Wildcats staring at a 3rd and 16. Definitely 4-down territory. I don't see any field goals in it.
That was a great play call. Yep. I mean, you got those two kids up tight. Max kind of does a bubble screen like he's going to run a bubble screen. We run a kid right over the top of that, wide open. You got to step into that throw, though.
You're right.
And Chance has done a great job of delivering strikes all game long. Keep that confidence, son. Step into it. Deliver a strike, and finish this ball game out.
That snap, Acord is able to get it. He's going to step in the pocket. He steps in the ball. That should be pass interference. Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So Seth Gilbert, the intended receiver, gets tackled at the pylon.
Are they going to say that was
uncatchable?
No, not uncatchable, but just like, did their feet get caught up?
No, it wasn't. It's no different than anywhere else.
But yeah, but that's the only reason I can say that he didn't throw the play. I'm just trying to figure out why he didn't, because it definitely took him down. before he had a chance to catch the ball.
All right, so we got to move on. 4th and 16 now, 2:55. Acord back to pass, looking to his right. Back across, he's going to roll right. Don't take the sack, son. Throw one up to the end zone. Brown's in there. Touchdown! Go, Max Brown! Big time play! We do have a flag on the play.
I think that's going to be a
roughing the passer. So 20-yard hookup from Chance Acord to Brown. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, it is roughing the passer. It is going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats! Where's Bessie? Milk this baby. It's done.
You know what? That was a great play right there by Chance. He kind of had a bad snap, was able to get it down, get out there. You know, and we talked about it all year long. He's good at finding people down the field after he's gets to scrambling. Sometimes we want to pull it down and go run. Sometimes that time he scrambled around long enough to find Max Brown come free in the back of the end zone and delivered a strike over the top for the Cashion Wildcat touchdown.
Snap, hold, kick is no good. Looks like Chandler hit something.
I think that 6-inch turf got him.
Yeah, so with the score, it was a 36-yard drive. The defense getting the big stop on the Hinton side. They get the play. They get it right around 3:48, work about a minute off the clock. But what can you say? A big-time hookup from Chance Acord to Max Brown.
This may be it. Yeah, bad snap. He's able to no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got the wrong.
Well, that's pass interference.
So it'll be the next play after that. Let me get back over here, and then we'll. Like I said, like Nima said earlier, if anybody has a free night on a Friday night, want to come out and do a little production, come
on, we'll take you. So Wildcats, again, big-time play. The defense has been phenomenal, only allowing 2 safeties, in essence, for the Hinton Comets. Up 19-4. It's in essence, still a 2-possession game, right? If you're talking about extra points and going for 2. Wildcats will be kicking off. It looks like it will be coming back to this side as Christensen will be looking to kick to number 22, Clifton Craighead, who's sitting right around the 20-yard line. Did you get that? Did you get that?
I'm working on it. It's
replay.
hard now.
All right. Well,
sorry.
It's all right. You know, we need to get a 10-second button back on the feed. I'll tell our man Corey Rogers and Adam Dieselhorst to help us out. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats. If we've blown your speaker, you're welcome. We're excited, big-time homers. We did have a penalty mark-off with the roughing the passer. So the Wildcats will be kicking off. Onside kick? Any chance? From the 45?
I mean,
Go for
why
it.
Wouldn't you, right?
You get it. They get it to 35.
Yep.
You get the ball. It is over. The Comets, it shows that they have 3 timeouts. I thought they took 1. They should only have 2 timeouts left.
Had it.
So Wildcats will be kicking off from the Hinton 45 after the mark-off. I think there was a couple of penalties, actually, it looks like, after the play. Christensen with the boot. He's going to go to the end zone. And if that's caught in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback in high school football here in Oklahoma. Anything that crosses the end line.
All right, see if this is the right play here. You see Max on this far side, this near side. He goes all the way back. Chance does a great job of eluding the rush and then delivers a strike in the back of the end zone for Max Brown for the
1 foot in, fantastic.
To put the game away right there.
And if you were listening at home, you probably heard my middle finger break as I punched the ceiling here and hit the girder and a nail. So if I bleed out, my apologies. But hey, you know what? Our Cashion boys leave it all on the field. We leave it all in the press box as well.
Yes,
so
sir.
with 2:45, the Wildcats holding on to a 15-point lead. Senior night, a chance for a playoff berth. 1st and 10 from the 20. The Comets will have last couple chances here. It'll be a reverse pass here as Wildcats are back deep, and Brown off his hands. Great coverage as Cooper Frazee tracking with Braden Strong, the intended receiver. Max Brown on the overshoot was there with a hand, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tishner has sent final. It is final in Crescent. Miko has pulled off the upset, won that game.
Is it an upset?
Nah, I
mean this district.
It's pretty. I mean, this goes to show you here. It's a pretty even playing field all the way across the district. And next week's going to be a big game. Not only it's the War on 74 with Crescent, but it's who's going to go to Ringling the first round. Crescent's been kind of riding high, been at the top of the district. They lose 2 in a row. They're going to be 4th place. So it's going to be a huge game. War on 474. War on 74 next week.
Senior night
in Cashion.
In Cashion.
And, come out. It's going to be a special, special night. We're going to honor Brexton Green before the game or at halftime. So if you're in town, if you're close, come out. It's going to be a special night.
All right, after the incompletion, the intended receiver, number 21, it's 3rd down and 10. Taylor back to pass across the middle, in and out of the hands of Gump.
Come on, Gump.
Oh, he had it. He had it. It's all right. We love you, sophomore. Good job there filling in today for the Hertz, Kai Gilbert, and Wildcats on the defense here on the last couple plays. Brings up 4th and 10. It's do or die here for the Comets on senior night. So let's see what happens as Taylor goes empty here. Most likely going to be a pass of some sorts. 4th and 10 from the 20. Pressure's on. Jackson Vandriff coming. Max Hinton coming all the way up the middle. Slips a couple tackles. Timmy Jones in pursuit coming up. Blocking the back. Call it. He will. And that one's coming back. So let's see if it's across the we have to take the penalty since he gets it to the 50. So march him back. That one will be right around the 30-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 10 again. Big-time play there. Hey, give credit to Levi Taylor. That kid does not quit. Phenomenal athlete. Again, running, throwing, on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, we've been blessed this year. Chance hadn't had to go both ways. He's only had to focus on offense.
Right.
You see Taylor out there. He is going hard both sides of the football, and it starts to wear on a kid.
Yep.
I mean, like we've talked about, we've kind of had Ironman football. A lot of our players going both ways, and on special teams, some of them. And it's hard. It is not an easy thing to do to go both ways playing football. And these kids have done a great job. Laid it all out on the line tonight.
4th and 10. Big deep
game.
ball. Brown with the breakup, and that's it. Wildcats get another stop as Max Brown goes up high. The intended receiver, number 10, Braden Strong. Good ball there by Levi Taylor. Give him credit. And it'll be Cashion Wildcat football from the 20.
Hey, now points are important, right? Points are important. Oh, well, we're at 15 right now, so 15 is the max you can get points.
That's right.
So I don't know if you'll see us. If we were below that 15-point mark, you would see Shaq try to go to the end zone here, try to get, pad those points because we're talking about points in the playoff run, playoff standings. If it comes down to a tiebreaker, it comes down to point differential. But the max points you can get is 15. So you're going to see just line up here, take this win to the house with those max 15 points, and go play Crescent next week for a huge game, war on 74.
Amen, brother. So I believe Hinton has 2 timeouts left. It shows 3 on the board. Does Hinton have only 2? I think that's the case. And so Wildcats will take a knee there. Clock runs, 1:57 on the clock. Wildcats can work this down to about 1:10. And we'll see if Coach Potter will take a timeout. Wildcats in victory formation as Max Brown is back. Let's see if Coach Potter was waving the white flag.
So this puts, with Minko winning, this puts CHA standing first in district.
Okay.
Minko in position to get
tied for second, but have the tiebreaker.
Tied for second, have the tiebreaker over us, and then Cashion and Crescent, kind of battling it out for that third and fourth.
We got to win.
But I think if Crescent wins, they have the tiebreaker. Minko has the tiebreaker over, so it's first and second is CHA and Minko, and then battling it out next week be Cashion and Crescent for third and fourth. But we will be playing in the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, baby, basketball, Coach Hardaway. Not yet, brother. Not yet. Wildcat keeps that string going.
Yep.
My man,
we were talking about a little bit about history.
Yes.
And what's the implication?
Yes.
Right? Have we ever not made the playoffs?
We have never not made the playoffs in 11-man football.
Since
Coach Shackelford has roamed the sidelines, screaming at officials, getting sideline warnings, taking the toss and taking the ball at kickoff. We have not missed the playoffs.
And we continue the streak this year. So great job by the boys. Like I said, you had injuries with key players tonight. You had big shoes to fill out there in some key spots. And you had some sophomores come in, really step up and help the Cashion Wildcats win this ball game, put them in playoffs, and have an opportunity next week against Crescent to get that third place position going into the playoffs and, have a chance. You make it into the playoffs. I talked about it at halftime. CHA made the playoffs in the 4th spot about 5 years ago and made it to the championship ball game.
Chris, we were driving the hour and 22 minutes from Cashion, Oklahoma to Hinton. We looked at each other and said, we believe this team is going to come out and play what we believe is going to be not maybe a perfect game, but we believe they're going to play inspired, and they're going to come out with pride that it is in the maroon and gold, and come out and get this victory under tough situations, horrific scenarios, and things that have happened to them through the course of the year. They gutted this out, and not only did they gut this out, they took care of business tonight to make it to the playoffs and continue their season.
The defense, can I just talk on them?
Please.
The defense tonight, gives me goosebumps. They didn't let that Hinton offense is not an easy team to stop.
Nope.
They did not let that offense get in the end zone one time tonight. The 4 points came from the offense, our offense.
Their defense.
So our defense came up huge tonight against the Hinton Comets, and were able to give our offense opportunity after opportunity to pull away, and that's exactly what happened. So give credit to the defense. I guarantee you Shaq's out there going, Coach Wood, defensive crew, defensive players. I know y'all go both ways. Y'all are what won this ball game tonight. Great job. Overall, it was a great team effort. The offense moved the ball well, just had trouble getting the end zone a time or two, but did what they had to do to come away with a huge victory against the Hinton Comets here in Hinton tonight.
On senior night.
Sets us up on senior night. Sets us up for a huge game against Crescent next week.
It was already going to be big anyway.
No doubt.
And with Crescent, now I know they've got a loss, but with Crescent now sitting at 7-1, it was going to be a monster game anyways, right? But now, it has significant implications in regards to that 3rd and 4th place potential finish in district, and then as you offered up, who may be seeing who in the playoffs. So we're going to take a short timeout. We'll bring it back with stats, and we'll get it out because Chris and I want to get home. So hang tight. We'll be right back with final stats, and to close it out as the Cashion Wildcats victorious 19-4 over the Hinton Comets.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem, or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashion High School. Go Wildcats!
Legacy Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on Main Street in Cashion, Oklahoma, supporting our Wildcats while writing business throughout Oklahoma and surrounding states. Legacy agents who share over 40 years of experience will shop many carriers to fulfill all of your insurance and investment needs. We welcome face-to-face meetings, but if your needs require an online virtual relationship, we are versed at those too. Let the team of Chris Gibson, Chris Cochran, Aaron Phoenix, and Christina Branson at Legacy Insurance and Financial Services help you build your own legacy, one you will be proud to live and to leave.
All right, welcome back. Final game segment here, breakdown as the Cashion Wildcats are victorious over the Hinton Comets. Wildcats moved to 4-5 on the season with a 19-4. Just absolute, I don't even want you, it literally was a nail biter. It felt like the entire game, but an absolute great game for the Wildcats. This is the Cashion Wildcats we've been wanting to see all season. They come through. Big game for Chance Acord, 17 for 33. It wasn't so much the completions, right? It was the catches and the throws that he made that ended up being big time for the Wildcats. 2 of them going to Max Brown that were absolutely phenomenal plays as the Wildcats go up. And what can you say about Max Brown? Another dollar bill. He had 171 yards catching and 2 touchdowns.
And it comes while they're trying to bracket him. They're trying to stop him, and they just can't. Max Brown is a good enough player that he's going to find an opportunity, and he took advantage tonight.
Sure did. We have a special guest, Coach Hardaway, Coach Shackelford. We've been talking about Coach Hardaway the whole time.
We saw Coach Hardaway giving 5s down here to Max after the big touchdown, so we'll get Hey, Shaq, thank you for coming up.
Hey,
we talked about it. Team and I talked about it on the way over here. I've talked about it with Coach with Chad Tishner at the bank when he comes over during the week. This week was huge. I mean,
it was huge.
We said it was history, right? I mean, you've never not made the playoffs since we started 11-man football.
No,
and
we made it every year.
And tonight, it was either win and go in, or it was a, de facto playoff game, right?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't mention one thing about it to the kids until the pregame.
Yeah.
And because I think, and the message I gave them was, you're going to go step in an arena and you're going to go compete. It shouldn't matter if playoffs are on the line. It shouldn't matter if it's the first game, the last game. It should never be about anything other than tonight. And so that's what we made the focus on all week. We didn't talk about, hey, we need to win and we need to win by 15, or we need to make sure that we only win by 7. Or we just went and played.
Made it simple.
Yeah,
right?
We just went and played, and if we were good enough to win tonight, then we'll. But even that, okay, so we're going to go to the playoffs. Great. We're going to focus on Crescent. We're going to go try to win that game, and then we'll figure out who it is the next week, and we'll go try to figure out a way to win that one.
Well, I said it right at the end before we went to break, before we jumped on here. How about that defense tonight?
Defense
stepping
played
up,
great.
not letting them get in the end zone.
Coach Wood, there's a lot of accolades that have gone around over the years about Cashion football and players and coaches, but he does a phenomenal job. He does a phenomenal job, and he has our kids prepared every week. He has a plan, and it's the great thing about Tony is his plans to stop Hinton, and then we'll have a plan to stop Crescent, and then we'll have a plan to stop whoever. It's not, okay, a lot of people are just, we're going to play our defense, and that's what we're going to do, and that's not who he is. He tries to get our kids in the best position to have the best chance that night, and he had a great game plan tonight, and our kids executed. Our kids were so physical tonight, played so hard tonight, and they had to.
The intensity was just
and they
turned up.
I'm sure you can see it, watching it, but just being down there on the field, that they're huge. They're so huge, and we're not. And the only way you can even have a chance to overcome that is with effort. And I thought our kids did that tonight. I thought they played as hard tonight as we have in a long time.
Yeah, great effort. And I kept saying just the intensity, keep up the intensity, keep flying to the football, and that's exactly what happened. I'll talk about Chance a little bit tonight. You kind of opened him up, throwing the ball down the field a little bit more tonight. Was that kind of the game plan?
Yeah, we had a couple of plans for what we thought they were going to do, and the best plan we had was for how they defended us in the first quarter and a half.
Where they just backed off those receivers.
Where they gave us some windows, and each game Chance plays and each practice Chance has, he gets better, and he's starting to understand that he can move safeties a little bit and where windows are going to be. And he was. I thought the best thing he did tonight, and I know he scrambled around a couple of times and made some big plays, but he was decisive. He caught the snap and he threw the ball. He found the window and he threw it in there, and the way they defended us after that point, where they just put 4 in the box and told us you're not going to be able to run it, and you're just going to have to throw it into 7 and 8 man secondary is problematic. But when you got guys like Max and Seth and Cooper, and they can go make some plays. And I told him at halftime, I was like, you're going to have to take some shots. You're just going to have to give them a chance, and if they pick it off, they pick it off. But we're going to have to throw it out there because they're not going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Not when they're playing 2-man, and that's not going to happen. We're going to have to win some balls in the air, and we did that.
Yeah, no doubt. And that was one of my keys, was be decisive, and that's what he was.
Mm-hmm.
That first half, it was great seeing him just catch it.
Yeah, it was gripping.
He was reading, reading to see what was the offense or the defense was going to give him. Grab and throw, and y'all were setting him up in with great plays, and had wide open receivers running down the field. Big game next week, right? Minko pulled off the win tonight.
Yeah,
against
Minko.
Crescent.
It's kind of funny. The team that Minko has now is the team that we played.
Yeah, because they had a couple kids out.
Two guys get hurt against us that were problems.
Yeah.
And I know one of them's back. The kid that broke his arm, I think he plays a little bit. But number 25, their middle linebacker, who I thought was their best player, him and 70.
Yeah.
When they're healthy, they're good.
Yeah.
And I think Crescent saw a little bit of what healthy and
how even is this district
like.
right now?
It's crazy. I was talking to Coach Potter before the game. They're other than our game, they
should have won.
Yeah, they should have won. I mean, they should have beat Christian Heritage. They probably should have beat Crescent. I mean, they had 2 district losses by, I think, 3 points.
Yeah.
Or 4 points, something like that. So, and the way they lost them, I would
with the ball in their hand,
keep me up at night. Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With the lead
Right.
and lose those ball games. So yeah, I mean, definitely. Even I mean, we were talking about they had a chance to be 3-0 in district. We did too. I mean, we came out really, really kind of flat against Minko. Minko got the best of us. But we play that game again. I think it's a different ball game.
Yeah, I'd love to play them again. And we talked about this earlier in the year. I mean, we're only going to get better. And I think you've seen that. I thought we played really well against Christian Heritage. I thought we played well enough to win. I thought we played really well against Woodward for 3.5 quarters, and then it just kind of wore on us a little bit. They're 25 against our 14. But But and I know Woodward isn't great in 4A. They'd be really, really good in Class A. So
no doubt.
just seeing the progression a little bit, and then after tonight, I mean, I think we're what we would. All you can hope you are is that I think the version of us right now is the best version of us that we've been all year, and so hopefully next week will be the best version of us again, and we'll take that into the playoffs, and we'll see what happens.
And that's all you can ask for. Hit your stride when it starts counting, when it's win or go home.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Tonight was a win and go home game, and it was a great. The kids, give it up to them boys.
They played hard. I mean, they played.
Effort and
I
the
told
heart
them.
they played with.
I told them after the game. I've coached over. I think it's over 200 games at Cashion as a head coach, and a lot of them been really big. Some of them haven't. And this is just from a proud standpoint. As I'm proud to be their head coach. This is as proud as I've been after any win that we've had, and because I thought their effort from the very beginning to the very end was everything that they could give us. And as a coach, I think that's all you could ever ask for is just give me everything you got. And I think they did that tonight.
And you had some key players go out with injury, and some of those young kids really step up.
We did, yeah. And we're so game plan heavy for the week that we don't have an opportunity to get a lot of, backups, reps in practice. So, I mean, there's times in the second half where we're just kind of drawing stuff up, because we don't have we don't have much that all of them know. So it was kind of tricky.
And Max, was it Gump came in?
Yeah, Gump came in and played really well. Yeah. Max Higdon came in, did a great job, I thought, at defensive end for us. Got a huge sack. So I mean, that's what you want. You've talked about this. I've heard Neiman talk about this before too, and this is kind of I think a Cashion trait is when you get your opportunity, you just go play. Just go play. Just go play hard, and good things happen when you play
Next
hard.
Man up, let's go. And that's the culture that you've kind of built with this program of when it's your turn to get in there, you've got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, we don't give them. We don't give them anything other than you're going to have to play. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to go. I mean, I can't help you. It's sink or swim, and so get out there and give me all you got.
Well, they figured it out tonight. Huge win against Hinton. Cashion comes away with the victory, 19-4, gives them that 15 points and the victory. We get into playoffs.
Did you guys
tonight.
Did you know what we were trying to do, or did you think I was an idiot? Just keep throwing it ahead late.
We were wanting to throw it in the end zone.
Yeah.
So
no. Well, that's what I think Lane was like. We were like, let's just run down the clock. But, Lane said, hey, we're trying to get those points. Yeah. But we were like, well, we just want to win the ball game. But it worked out. Got it in the end zone for that last score. I mean, I just wanted to score to win the ball game. I was thinking once we got the ball back, I was saying, let's go score again, get those points padded. And I was like, oh, we're already up by 15. Like I said, you knew what you were doing. I didn't. The points come with 10 seconds.
We weren't running the ball.
Yeah, no.
Not having somebody come off.
But is that why you had Chance running out of bounds, or did?
I told him it's such a it was so hard for us to nickel and dime them that I was just basically don't get killed, so either slide or go out of bounds. But we need positive yards more than we need time. I mean, to save time. Okay. So if you can get positive yards,
because I was saying stay in bounds.
Yeah, because especially the way our defense was playing.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I told him this a couple different times tonight. We can always punt and play defense. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to punt. Happens every Saturday and Sunday, and you can always punt and play defense.
Yeah. Well, good, Coach. Thank you for coming up. Big win. It's going to be a big game next week. We're on 74. It's going to be a special game.
Yeah.
Halftime. We're going to honor Brexton Green.
Yep. And Crescent's going to. I talked to Coach Fisher that they're going to stay out. So. and I'm going to talk to the officials, and I can't imagine they'll have an issue with it. So we're going to do the
right.
Retiring of the jersey, and then we'll start halftime. So,
okay.
And Crescent's kids are going to stay out. And, I mean, there's, to me, if you're going to do it, there's no better night to do it than a Crescent night.
No doubt, because
we've played them every year that we've been 11-man, and there's nobody that understands that just some things are bigger than football, and it'll be great to have them there.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Coach, thank you for coming up.
Yeah, you bet.
A big win tonight here in Hinton, Oklahoma. We're going to wrap this up, head out for Nema and Chris and Coach Shackelford. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Go Cats. And
yes.
Oh, Nema said, I'm going to be on franchise.
Yes.
You're the franchise, man. Come on. All right, well, I'm going to jump on the franchise. What time? 10:50. So if you want to get on the franchise, I guess I'm going to be on there talking to them guys. But, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Go Cats, and God bless.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our